There we go. Hopefully that's good for everybody. Let me swap off, swap back on. I think we're good. I think we're all set. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Look at this. It's not Fire Emblem. It's crazy. I know. Even I was getting mostly convinced that I would only stream Fire Emblem for the rest of my days. Not so. Not so. This is I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. A game published by Finji, which means that this is now the 5th Finji game we've played on stream. 6th I've played overall. Publishing, not just developing. I think the only one they've developed is Overland. But Wilmot's Warehouse, Overland, and then Chicory and Tunic. And this. Chicory and Tunic, I have high praise for. Chicory especially. I think Chicory is just incredibly good. And Tunic is still kind of trying to wrap my brain around Tunic because the puzzles were so unique and intricate. But I enjoyed it thoroughly. I don't know if it was my favorite game last year, but it certainly was close to it, if not the best. Playing hardest difficulty, if there's one, I am. It's called this difficulty. Let's wake up. Oh no. We've woken up to a warning. That's okay. Probably. Yeah, we'll be fine. How you doing, Pat? You wake to chaos. A confusion of light and heat and smoke. Fire. I don't know if I have to click or not, or if this is a cutscene. Okay, it says click to... Spook, why are you running around back there? Yeah. Oh my god, you brought me your toy? 1 second, my cat's a dog. Sometimes she brings me toys to make sure I am eating well enough. And other times she wants me to play fetch with her. But the fetch is, I throw this one time, she chases after it, and never brings it back. Yeah, you. Oh, you do want to play fetch. Alright. She just ran out of the room. I didn't even look to throw this. God, absolute peanut brain in here. Head is pounding, you must have hit it and blacked out, but you aren't sure you got here, or what on Bertumda is happening. There's something important you need to... Oh, I can pull that around. That's kind of fun. Something important you need to remember. I assume the thing I need to remember is fire is hot. Stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet, then collapses. Your body aches, and your eyes burn from the smoke. A figure appears through the flames. It's your friend. Your friend. Wait. Why can't you remember her name? She's gesturing and shouting at you, but all you hear is a ring in your ears. I think we have time for questions a bit later. Oh, no. Broke our leg. That's awkward. You're good? Tired? Screw work? The usual. Yeah. Oh, are you ready to actually play fetch this time? Alright. Nice job. Very proud of her. Throws your arm over her shoulder, half drags you towards the door. Through it, you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. Glowing eyes. Some kind of dog, like from Earth? Sure. Ooh, never mind. That neck long. Anyways, this is the 5th game from them that we've played that they published. The 6th one I played was Night in the Woods, which you can't quite see the painting Chelsea did for me, but was also a top tier game. So they have a hit rate of about 50% for games I think are like actually excellent. So I have high hopes. High hopes. You're born on the Stratospheric, Earth's first colony ship halfway through its 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the edge of the Sol system. Your parents run the hydroponic gardens, which make fresh air and vegetables for the ship. Like the other colonists, they bravely chose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted planet Vertumna 4. In the hope they could escape Earth's troubles, they had to the old-fashioned way, merging their genes like they merged their cultures and traditions. Very lewd. They named me. I want the name that's the hardest to pronounce. Just to make life harder for everyone except for myself. Bright child with active imagination, sometimes too active. I like the slider. It's kind of fun. Sure. That me. Vivid dreams of things you've never experienced. You wonder if this is what Vertumna will be like. Dirt under your feet, skies overhead, endless jungles and strange animals. Biking 30 miles right now. I mean, I know you're in the gym, but the fact that I had to shovel today, I'm just, the 1% chance that you're insane enough to be out right now, don't do it. It's cold, and it's still snowing, and we are a week from spring. Absolutely brutal. Every child in the Stratospheric is given one genetic enhancement. I must have missed that one. Extra fingers? That's weird. Eagle eyes, absorbent brain. Now, does that mean I just have more neuroplasticity, or do I literally soak up water like a sponge and my head gets really large? Some of these seem better than others. I'm calm. I have super strength. These powers don't feel the same way to me. Nothing. Eagle Eyes feels like a perception thing. Extra fingers would be like dexterity. Absorbent brain would be intelligence. Strength would be strength. And then calm temperament would be charisma, maybe? Charisma seems right. Alright, in the small hopes that this just makes my brain a literal sponge, we're gonna pick absorbent brain. I'm always learning. I don't know what this means yet, but that sounds good. Other kids have trouble keeping up with you, but one tries. Energetic and loyal anemone. Tough and gentle cow. Bold and confident Mars. Quiet and adventurous Dis. Studious and mature Tangent. Shy and sweet Cosine. Tammy. I don't know if I want to be friends with anyone mature. Mature's a dog whistle for boring. I'm gonna pick you. Nice. The most enthusiastic person you know. Favorite memory is the time she taught you how to play zero-G sports ball after class. That's a real thing. Okay. She never means to get you in trouble. Somehow you always seem to find it together. All strength cards under 2 become 2. That sounds pretty good. That sounds complimentary. We've got the noggin. She's got the guts. 10 years old, when the ship finally reaches the wormhole, Professor Hal says it's like a doorway to other star systems with the planet Vertumna on the other side. Run emergency drills for months to prepare. When the day finally comes, it starts with a rumble, and things start to slide off the tables. You hurry to gather near the escape pods, just in case. I don't know what this is. I'm getting stressed out. I was stressed out by the stress. The emergency area is crowded with families. It's gonna be fine. Oh no, I forgot that I'll have to read that name. I've played myself. This is unfortunate. Solana say. Yeah, we'll say that. Your dad Suze will be through the wormhole and down on the planet for a minute, just like we practiced. Your mom gives him a sharp, worried look. Red emergency lights. Oh, we are so stressed. Switch on as a siren begins to sound somewhere distant in the ship. Trying to breathe slowly like you were taught, but you're very scared. You look out a porthole. The stars are gone. When you're frightened, I can't find a distraction, but I can get in touch with my emotions, or put on a tough face. Well, let's see. I'm 10. So, let's get in touch with my emotions. I bawl like a baby. Feels good. You aren't the only one. Nearby, your classmate Tammy has tears streaming down her cheeks. Mars is trying to quietly console her. She sighs as your cry makes Tammy wail even more loudly. Dad puts his arms around you as you let it all out. What's this? 2 friendship with Tammy. 2 friendship with Mars. I've gained a memory of stress cry. Hey, that does the job sometimes. You wait. The shaking builds. Then everything starts to get very weird. The hallway stretches, and you're stretching too. Your arm's impossibly long. Your head feels like it's slowly filling up like a balloon, absorbent brain, and contracting down to the size of an atom at the same time. Is this the wormhole? You hear the distant ominous squeal of metal giving way as the ship shudders and lurches in slow motion. The weirdest part is a sense of deja vu. You're sure this has happened to you before, and you know somehow that everything is going to be okay. Oh, you're meowing at me again? Did you bring it back to me a second time? Is that a new record for you? Chelsea is still on her trip to visit her family, so it's just me, and I've slowly but surely broken down the barriers on Spook over the whole weekend. Alright, we blacked out. And now, for the next day and a half, she's all mine. And then as soon as Chelsea comes back, I will be chopped liver again. And that's not good, because Kat doesn't really like chopped liver. She's more of a chicken gal. You slip unconscious, you feel yourself twisted out of time. It's the day, yesterday, and tomorrow all at once. And more than just one tomorrow, lots of them. Different tomorrows. You find yourself in a place that you know from your dreams. Tilled fields, dramatic ridges, and a stranger. But also not a stranger, grinning as she grabs your hand. Hurry up, I'm not going to let you miss this, she says. Distantly, you feel the ship's shaking has stopped and hear your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into the warm embrace of the stars. You drift. Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the medbay. The medbay under you, medbed, plays a soft tone and an automated voice speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury has completed healing. They may now be safely discharged. As the fog lifts from your head, you realize something seems different about this room. It's so bright. You try to focus on the window. Something is definitely different. Ground. Instead of the familiar blackness of space, bright light from the twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the windows. You peer out and see fields, glass-walled domes, and walls ringed by giant mushroom-like trees. There are construction materials everywhere, and people are walking around outside on the ground. Let's get out there and join them. Let's see. What is this? Rebellion. Relationship with adults and colony government. Oh no. What's this? Likes. Kudos. Reputation-based currency. Interesting. Sounds good. Well, let's go. Hey, pirate. Evening. How you doing? Clocks must have gone back. Yep. And it absolutely just murdered me yesterday trying to wake up. And today. So, I feel great. What is... It's quiet season. Ah, of course. Oh, Tammy jumps up as you step out of the ship's quarters behind her. You're awake. Are you all better? You better go see your dad. She points southeast towards some geodesic domes. Click on the brown guy. Okie dokie. Click. Tammy looks concerned. You slept for so long after you bumped your head, she says. I bet your parents were worried. Your dad is working over in geoponics near those domes. They're called greenhouses. Go with you, but this is as far as I've been from my ship since we landed. It's scary outside. Fair enough. What's this? Engineering. A low throbbing noise comes from the engine room, which provides power to the colony. Other corridors lead off to the teaching labs and medbay. You know the route to your classroom well, but the rest of this wing is off limits to children. Congruence, the ship's onboard AI, beams down at you from a nearby holoscreen. Don't forget to study hard. Rebellion. Outright and utterness. Garrison. A small team led by the security chief was enough to keep the peace on the Stratospheric. To stay busy, they also ran exercise gym and sports ball courts. It sounds so sarcastic, but I guess that's just the sport. Here on Vertumna, the garrison has expanded fast. They're building a huge wall around the colony. They have an outdoor firing range and a big covered dojo. And a regulation-sized sports ball court. This looks like some weird thing. I'm hyped for it, though. Got this way. Okay, we're not allowed out there. That's fine. Hello, Father. How you doing? Oh, God, why did I choose this name? I immediately regret it. Solanase. Dad gives you a big warm hug. I'm so happy you're finally awake. Dr. Instance thought it'd be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Your mother and I thought you might sleep away the whole year, my snoozy little gooseberry. He checks your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with jokes and smiles. Embarrassing. Nah, he's great. You've never seen the Stratospheric from the outside except in pictures. The ship has been separated in two, and parts taken off to form other buildings and a big wall around the colony. The alien jungle creeps right up to the wall. Only the geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, dotting their way up the hill. How'd you do this so fast? I'm gonna sleep for weeks, my dear aubergine. I'm just fruits all the time. I'm just dying laughing hearing Sports Ball said seriously. Hey, don't knock it till you tried it, and I haven't tried it yet. It looks like a weird mix between volleyball and like the weird carnival games that they rig where they're like, get the ball through the hoop, and you're just like, alright, but the hoop's not a circle, it's like an oval. But you can't see it from there. And they're like, I can't believe you missed it. Anyways, that's $5 for one attempt at a stuffed animal. And you do it anyways, because, I mean, hey. You get them one of those times. Your little colony will be as big as a whole city. Before I forget, pulls a package out from his satchel and hands it to you. Don't you know what day it is? I honestly don't. You remind him you've been asleep in the medbay. Your child, sick in the medbay. Happy birthday, he shouts, wrapping you in a warm hug. It's birthday already? You feel a dizzying sense of deja vu. That kind of happens every birthday, though, doesn't it? That's the point of them? Anyways, you stare hard at the wrapped package. You know exactly what's in there. You remember it. No, you dreamed about this package. Some years ago on the ship. Inside will be a small medallion in the shape of a sun that your dad made by hand. Should I ruin his day? I know what's in it. Will this creep him out? I hope so. You describe the medallion, and your dad tisks as he hands you the package. Who ruined the surprise? Was it Seek? But it was Seek. They hate fun. Don't tell him I said that. +1 to challenges. Sounds good to me. Don't know what that means yet. But it sounds good. You start to explain nobody told you, but someone shouts your dad's name. Listen, I'm so sorry, but I have to get back to work. There was an accident when we landed, and don't worry. We're gonna fix it, your mother and I. Professor Howell's expecting you in class if you're feeling up to it. Or you can relax in your quarters till you're feeling better. We'll talk later tonight. Stop your head and ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday. I love you. Study humanities and engineering. Give him a thumbs up. To enter buildings, click on the door or the flag beside it. Then choose an activity for the month to gain skills and advance time. There are 13 months a year and 10 years to the end of the game. You only have time to focus on a few things. Oh. Thanks, that's awful. Not in like a terrible, not in a real sense, but in a, I'm immediately trying to budget my time since. What are the other places? This is Command. Command is a warren of long hallways and doors off to tiny and nondescript offices. Everyone you pass seems to be hurrying off to something important. The end of one hallway opens in the supply depot, which works both as requisitions and general store. Behind are cavernous warehouses stacked high with supplies from Earth, now being gradually unpacked and distributed. What's on the notice board? Colony food shortfall? 100%. Okay, that makes sense. We got here 2 weeks ago. Xenofauna have been sighted in the area. Survey teams investigating. First annual Vertumnalia Festival. Seek is the chief administrator. Got it. Current council. Udicott. Seek. Ret. Instance. Flulu. Antecedent. That's a fun name. And melatonin. Necessary for life. Okay. Did I remortgage the home for my retro video game addiction this weekend? No. Oh, God. But I mean, look, I did, all right. Got my old school Game Boy Advance SP case. This is mine. I didn't buy this. But you'd think I'd know better with how much pain it just caused me, but yeah, we got the original Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem. Oh, another one to add back to the collection. Didn't remortgage the house. Once. I've already played it. But I did not own it. And I saw it, and I felt like I needed it. I mean, there was a sealed copy of the Sacred Stones, but that's a lot of money, and I really just want to be able to play the games. That's really all I need. Keys just beat Kaizo Ironmon Fire Red. Is that Radical Red? Or is that a different version entirely from the hack? Josh was absolutely in on a bunch of Pokemon hacks for a while, and he got me hooked on a few. And I got through a couple, and I didn't get through a couple other ones. Yeah, no, I mean, like, it was good. It was a good weekend. Was he just sitting on the ground beside some bushes? Is he hiding from somebody? Seems to be watching the gate in the wall to the south, where grown-ups are coming and going. Kids aren't allowed past the walls. Say there's nothing to be afraid of, but then why do we need walls? You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memory so strong you think you might faint. You imagine something crashing through the wall. Oh, that looks pleasant. For years in space, you have half-remembered nightmares of monsters, of your ship being destroyed, of sifting through wreckage that used to be your home, trying to find something. Dad always told you the dreams weren't real. Bring from a daydream. This whispers, I think there are monsters out there. Alright, I believe you. I don't know if this will help me believe him, or I will come across as extremely sardonic. That's okay. I'm gonna try again. Oh, no. It didn't work. Well, we made this pout. Our bad. There's an enemy. She seems really at home here. She's rolling a sports ball around with her foot, making patterns in the weird blue snow. Stuff is different from snow on Earth because it isn't cold. It's still neat, and you can make stuff out of it. Foggyhead claims little. An enemy is simple, physical, real. You always feel grounded near her. What you making? Just snow spirals, but earlier me and Cal made a big snow pal. You missed it while you're sleeping in medbay. She smiles her broad, gap-toothed smile at you. Now that you're awake, we can play. You seen any monsters? Nope, just some little bugs. Grown-ups would say if there's monsters, right? She shrugs and smiles reassuringly. Even if there were monsters, Chief Rat would beat them all up, so don't worry. My mom says we're safer here than we were in space. We'll look over the wreckage of the Stratospheric, the spaceship where you were born. Enemy's mom, antecedent. It's probably right about that. Look what the wormhole did to your ship. Why aren't you in school? School? Wonder where everyone was. Guess I'm gonna be late for humanities class. She doesn't look very worried to you. It's okay. Professor Hal is chill. You won't mind, but we should probably go now. Hey, Racy. Wow. Terrible racer. Just the worst. Very easy. It's the garrison, right? We've already been there. This will be humanities, right? Or life sciences. +2 biology, +1 reasoning. This is +2 creativity, +2 persuasion. Okay. I don't know what any of this stuff is. Or I'll just chill out and do nothing. I'll relax in the lounge for the entire month. Maybe I'll just relax the entire the entirety of the 10 years that we're here. No, we'll study humanities. That just seems best. Welcome, Solanasai. Hope you're all warmed up and ready to study the glorious humanities. History, literature, language, media, and philosophy. And yes, if you're lucky, we'll have a little ancient Earth poetry, too. Seems excited about that last bit. By the way, if anyone's interested in taking engineering classes, please register through Congruence's scheduling system while you have a chance. She'll be helping me teach them. Today's assignment is an easy one, Hal says with a yawn, because I was up late repairing Congruence's subterminal and can use an app. I'd like you to write an essay on what the Vertumna colony means to you. Again, I'm 10, so I don't think I'd be spouting weird propaganda. I mean, I'd be close to doodling instead of writing, but I'll just say my friends are all here, which is true. The rest of my friends are a little bit further away. I write about all my buds and the fun things you do together. Mars is annoyed that I hardly mention her. Okay. Sorry, Mars. Only a few people have beaten the Kaizo. I'll have to check it out then. Not to play it, because I'm done with difficulty until I'm not again. This Fire Emblem only had 1 difficulty, so I don't feel bad about playing it. It just is. It exists. And good morning, Val. How you doing? You're upset? Oh no. Well, when you go to work or go to class, you play a quick card challenge as the month passes. Move cards to fill the 5 panes and make the best hand you can. Yes, order matters. If the goal in the circle on the right reaches the goal... Total in the circle on the right reaches the goal value, you win. Depending on your cards, some challenges can't be won, but you still get a reward for doing your best. Okay. Bonus for flushes, same color together. Bonus for pairs, same number together. Okay. Bonus for straights, increasing left to right. More cards in a flush, pair, or straight. Higher the bonus added to your total. Cards can also affect each other. It can be rearranged to find the best total score. So, that's a challenge win. But I can easily do like that, which pairs up, and that pairs up. And then that works as well. What's this? +1 to challenges. Just +1. I can just click it. Oh, I already have the +1. Got it. We won. I worked well this month. Your skills increase when you work or go to school, with extra skills if you win the challenge, and a kudos bonus if you make the highest scoring hand with your card. I wasn't done. Oh no. I just thought I'd click win. Working also increases stress, which prevents you from working if it reaches 100. To relieve stress, take a month off to relax in the quarters wing. Got it. 2 persuasion, plus 3 creativity. 11 out of best score, 13. Really? Anyways. Parents have been working from first dawn to well after dinner every day. You know, growing food is an important job, and it's vital to get crops in the ground right away. There seems to be something more than that. It's such a change from growing up on the stratospheric when you saw them all the time. You stay up and wait for them at night before going to bed. You can tell they're exhausted. They make an effort to spend time with you. Sorry we haven't seen much of you, little gooseberry, your dad says. Your mom watches you as she works a pebble out of her gardening tiller, which also serves as a crutch. Have you been holding up? I learned some stuff in school. Glad to hear that. I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. Wow. I guess we know who's the strict one in the family. Dad smiles. And Professor Hell will give you kudos if you get good grades. Spend those at the depot once it's open. You know, says your dad, raising an eyebrow at your mom, I think there are lots of different ways to learn, and school's just one of them. You can learn from working on a hobby or by helping a friend. Your mom shakes her head and sighs, though you can tell she's trying to put on a gentle expression. We both agree that this colony is an experiment. That means we're going to do different things differently than on Earth. You're old enough now... Oh God, what have I done? You're old enough now to start making your decisions about your education and future, and if that means you find your own way, we'll accept that. Your dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. What if I destroy this colony with my bad decisions? Try talking to your friends. They may have ideas for how you can spend your time. And come by Geoponics. We could use your help. Unlocked shoveling dirt. Great. Very exciting stuff. We're in mid-quiet now. Didn't get the cards yesterday. I almost got to live 7 days with 22 pounds. Euros. That's not great. Nigerian food isn't going to be fun. Sorry you're going through that. Prices have been not good. Now use some sports ball on the wrist, trying to keep it up in the air. Heads up. Can we do a trick? I need toughness of 10 or greater. What's my toughness? 10. Alright, let's do a trick. Boom. Catch the ball with your wrist, bop it up, and headbutt it back to an enemy. Oh, nice moves. Bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can rally and keep it going. And then he tells you about the new sports ball court. Way bigger than the little 0G1 on the stratospheric. Brother Con was coaching the junior sports ball team this year. They have enough to have a junior and a senior? So great. He's good at everything, especially spiking. He's coaching me to play awesome like him. You should come join us. Okay. Sports ball gives us what? 2 bravery, toughness, friendship with an enemy, stress. Well, we get stress with everything, so that's fine. Register for engineering classes. That won't be an activity, will it? Using congruence's HoloNet scheduling system is almost tested on its own. You feel like a hacker navigating the confusing interface. But manage to add your name to the list of drop-in students. Now eligible to join Tangent and some of the older students in engineering classes. Cool. Relax in the lounge. We can stress ourselves out some more. Mars is unhappy with us because she thought we were better friends than we were. Well, she's got a job for me. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltering from the snow under the ship's overhang. It's so gross here. Spark snow would ruin my good clothes. At least on the ship we had climate control. Ugh. Tangy made me some soy sweets, but there's no way I'm going out there in all this weather. Since you like running around it, could you fetch them for me? I feel bad, so I'm going to this time. This time. Also, I get to talk to Tammy, and she's cool. Oh, do you need something? I'm here for the sweets. Oh, it's so nice of you to help out, Mars. She's a very important person, you know. I don't like that. One order of mango soy sweets made fresh this morning. Please tell Mars she can have the scarf back, okay? She used some of her kudos to nano print it for me because it's so dusty here, but I think I'm getting used to it now. Mars is so cool. Sometimes she's kind of bossy, but I know she really cares, too. Okay. To be fair, deadly gigantic bugs are safer than staying in space. Yeah. 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 I ate them. Persuasion of 5 or greater. Curses. 10 or greater. It's fine. I like that that's a red card. Oh, you get a new, I ate them all. No. Alright, here you go. Alright, that's probably the last time I will ever help Mars, if this is the person that she's gonna be. But that's okay. You're such a good sidekick, doing everything I say. Your tip. Hands you a soy sweet. Oh, and a Minister of Seek's looking for someone to do delivery jobs for the depot. I don't want to do it because, like, ugh, running around out there? No. Just go through there and tell them I referred you. I will look at it. Organizing 10 or greater. Or toughness 10 or greater. We'll apply, at least. Solanicide. You never struck me as particularly responsible or organized, but children never are. Makes you think you'd be a good fit for the position of courier, because you don't have a lot of options. We're in a colony. I don't know. I'll work hard. Though somehow I've got a lot of toughness, which is pretty cool. I'll work hard. We'll see about that. Oh, loyalty goes towards, like, do I want to overthrow the government? Lucky for you, the only applicant this week. You got the job, for now, anyway. Come back in a few minutes, you can help make deliveries. Yes, there will be kudos in it for you if you do it correctly. Fun fact, I don't want to go back there. That sounds miserable. There's my mom and pop. Find your mom hard at work setting up the greenhouses with a small construction crew. You've seen these plans pinned to the wall of your family's quarters for years now. These geodesic domes will house the more delicate plants from Earth. Spinach, tomatoes, maybe even fruit. She takes a swig from her canteen as you approach. Looking for something to do? Remember, Solanicide, you're responsible for your own schedule now that we've landed. You can decide how to spend your time so long as it's productive. Professor Howell's still expecting you in class, but a well-rounded education includes practical application. You're old enough to help with the work around here. Got another minute. What else do you need to know? What's happening in engineering? Hal's teaching classes on life science, engineering, and humanities. Pass all the tests. I'll let you work there in a few years. Your father thinks you're old enough that school's optional. I don't agree, but I'll be honest with you. We do need every pair of hands we got. If you want to work with me in geoponics, I'd suggest studying life science. If you don't have a grasp of biology and ecology, I'm going to stick you on shovel duty. That sounds terrible. Can I join expeditions? Nope. It's dangerous. Okay. What are you doing in geoponics? We're doing our best. Amen, sister. Just hope the potatoes and corns can handle the weather here. Here it rains like hell in the wet season. Growing fast, Solanicide, but you're still too young for real farming. Well, instead, there's a lot of soil that still needs to be hauled. Don't pout. We'll help build those muscles. We need them now that we're out here in the real world doing real work. Out here, we have to rely on our physical strength. She flexes her biceps. Your mom is really strong. What can I do in the quarters? Do nothing. Don't want to see you lounging around all the time. I want to do a playthrough where I just lounge the entire time and don't talk to anyone. The true couch potato. Rhett's organizing a sports ball team. Used to play, didn't you, back on the ship? Only different here with the planet's gravity. Of all the adults in the colony, Rhett and your mom are the most like soldiers you'd see on a holovid. For a moment you think your mom's going to suggest something else. She shakes her head. You're too young for defense training, so don't worry about that yet. Just enjoy yourself and stay out of trouble. Then command needs delivery. Captain Udicott. No, Governor Udicott. Busy woman doesn't have your mother's patience with kids. You try not to giggle. Your mom is not usually known for her patience. Okay, let's talk to Dad. Now I'm Potato. What am I up to with today? Just hanging with my buds. Cal's a good boy. You've seen an enemy? She's been out by the garrison playing sports ball. I think she spent every day outside since we landed. Guess that's what happens when you got enough brothers to make your own sports ball team. He breathes deeply and slowly looks around. Vertumna is magnificent, isn't it? Seasons. I miss seasons. Back on Earth, it got much, much colder, and the snow wasn't half as pretty as our own spark snow. This ain't strategy. I bought a Fire Emblem game because I have a sick addiction to strategy. I bought it. I already showed this. I did it this weekend. Alright? Stop bothering me. I still play strategy games on my own time. Matt. I sold my car for that game. It was worth it. This... I don't think I should dare him to eat that worm. That sounds, kind of terrible. You still have more things to say, Tammy? Known her for, well, your entire whole life. Back on the ship, I mean, it makes sense that we were study partners, right? Got an absorbent brain. Tammy was awful. Just awful at Earth history. She thought Europe was the name of an English queen and the Pacific was a famous ceasefire treaty. Facts go in one of her huge ears and back out the other. No matter how hard she tried, she never seemed to improve. Ears perk up, hopefully, when she sees you. Hello, Salonisai. I was hoping you could help me with some homework. Yeah, sure. Oh no, I've lost reasoning. I've helped her and I've become more dumb. You spent a couple hours trying to teach her the difference between exothermic and endothermic reactions. One makes heat and one absorbs it. Why is this so hard for her to understand? Thing is, Tammy never loses heart when she fails a test or gets an answer wrong. It's inspiring, even though sometimes you feel like you get dumber after studying with her. Oh no, that's okay. Happy to help. Anyways, I think studying to be an engineer sounds super cool. Professor Hal rubs his hands together as he waits for the class to settle down. He's in a great mood. This must be his favorite subject to teach. If biology and chemistry are the wet sciences, then engineering must be a dry one. But believe me, this class definitely won't be dry. He winks. It's weird. We'll also be learning math, physics, computing, robotics, architecture, and astronomy. Tangent raised her hand. Will we also learn about nuclear engineering, she asks. Professor Hal nods. Yes, and beginner level. We'll have an overview of atomic theory and take a field trip to the engine rooms to learn how the ship's nuclear reactor works to power the colony. How are you, Matt, by the way? Studying. Okay. All cards under 2 become 2. Okay. Something like we do that, which becomes 2. And that, which also becomes 2. And that's a win. And then we can match those 2 up for a pair. Super goal! Nice. I feel smart. +5 engineering, +1 friendship with tangent, +2 reasoning. We're back to being smart. And a kudos. Nice. A kudo? Is 1 kudos a kudo? I don't know. This week you had a few more bouts of deja vu, remembering what somebody is about to say or do just before they do it. Sometimes they actually do it, but not always. The stress, it's okay. We'll just relax for an entire month anytime we get too much stressed out. This morning we were sure Professor Hal was going to trip on the uneven floor and spill his plate of hash browns. He even told Mars to watch. He didn't, though. As Professor Hal walked away, his hash browns safe for today. Mars called you a liar and a dummy. They're really setting up Mars to not be liked. Happy to oblige. At night, your dreams are all mixed up with stuff that you know can't be real. You're chased by monsters the size of buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. You're holding hands with somebody you love. You're crying as you help lift a shrouded body into the colony recycler. Everything seems so familiar when you try to recall their faces as you wake up. They're smeared in your memory like wet paint. What if those things hadn't happened yet, but they will someday? Anytime You try to tell someone. They think you're playing a trick or that you're sick and need to go to the med bay. You eventually decide to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Why? 'Cause secret powers are super cool. Pretty easy. Start keeping a private journal in your hollow palm, recording the events where you remember something before it happens. You also write down your dreams, like when they have that feeling of being real. You like the idea of being magic and seeing the future, but some of those dreams are very scary. You hope that, like Professor Howell's hash browns, they don't all come true. Mid-quiet to late quiet. Alright, let's keep talking to folks. Here's Tangent. Tangent hunched over her hollow palm, frowning and poking angrily at the air. She speaks without looking up at you. Professor Howell wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There should be a catalog on the Colony Holonut, but I can't find it anywhere. Have you tried looking outside? We could make our own list, though. Tangent is dubious, but agrees to try your idea. The two of you run around the colony yard taking pictures of all the different vertumnant plants you can find and making up fake sciencey sounding names for them, like Wonkius shrubbius and Purplius gracium. After an hour, you've categorized 51 different species. Tang doesn't think it's a very complete list or a very scientific method, but she figures you must have learned something. Not Tang, probably Tange, right? Tangent? Tange? That was an enemy. I need toughness. Enemy is running around the sports ball court, touching her hand to the ground at each corner. 18, she counts. 19. When she reaches 20, she collapses in the grass and checks her hollow palm. I'm training. Big bro Calm says I have to get my legs climatized to the planet if I'm going to be team captain like him. I see. You got anything? We're just as stuck here as we were on the ship. Wow. You are very happy. Who dat? Expeditions. I'm not brave enough or tough enough. Uncle Tonin blocks the path with a smile. Afraid expedition off limits for now. Not safe out there for kids. Alright. Can I look at the map, though? Ooh. The Prosaic Plains, the Valley of Vertigo, the Subaqueous Swamp, and the Wrestling Ridges. Huh. Anything new from you? Nope. Alright. Who this? It's Cal. Riding around the Geoponics Gardens on his hoverboard. The board comes to a sudden shuddering stop on the rocky ground in front of you. Cal falls off, but catches his balance before he eats dirt. Hi, real ground's way harder to hover on the ship floors. Bumps everywhere. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, no way, I didn't mean it like that. It's actually really cool. Hovering outside is rad. Look at this. He runs over to a small depression nearby hill and pretends like it's something amazing. This is a skate bowl. Sure. Please be careful. Mom says I break my hoverboard. We can't make another one. You take turns riding around the bowl, trying to get up enough speed, going down one side, come back on the other. You don't land any tricks. It's hard to stay on the board with uneven ground. But it's still fun. Huzzah. We've had fun. Fun accomplished. A random act of kindness. Tammy's dad is the head of expeditions. Got it. Okay, that makes sense. I assume your mom or dad is somebody. Alright. Nothing doing there. I could play sports ball, which would give me bravery and toughness. And friendship with an enemy who is our friend. We've got the usual engineering stuff. 15 stress. We got 80. That's fine. It's a-okay. That gives me how much stress? 10 stress. Is that all 15 stress over here? Because it's two sad faces. Humanity gives creativity and persuasion. Life sciences. Tangent. I say we study life sciences, because that's one of the 3 we haven't studied yet. And then when it gets warmer outside, we do some physical activities with an enemy. Good afternoon, my burgeoning biologists and up-and-coming chemists. This afternoon we'll learn what I like to call the wet sciences. Biology, chemistry, medicine, ecology, and geology. Or learn a little bit of everything with opportunities for further study in your favorite field. Looking for more difficulty? I would like to not do any of those things, actually. I would like to play a normal game. Thanks. Okay, so... I mean, it feels like we want to do something like 0, 0, 1, 2, 2. That's a win, but not a true win. What could be better than that, though? What could be better than that? I don't understand. I don't get it. Oh, we got all 3 stores. Never mind, we're good. A-okay. I am so smart. Late quiet, early pollen. Wow, that sounds like hell to my sinuses. That's incredible. Anemone. Does the air make you feel hungry all the time, or is it just me? I feel like I eat a whole one of them mushroom trees. Just, oof! I need a break soon. That's fair. Probably shouldn't dare him to eat a worm. That seems bad. What am I building here? What kind of character am I building? Unsure. Which probably is going to lead to disaster eventually. Tried standing in mud yet? It's the best, most amazing feeling I have ever felt. Looking down, and sure enough, Cal's feet are bare and muddy as heck. Dirt and grass feel neat too. Sometimes rocks hurt, but Mom says it builds calluses. You should try it. Very happy with her father doing things. I kind of feel like I got to... Unless there's something I can fit in 5 stress. That's 10 stress. Feels like it's always either 10 or 15. Oh, yeah. No thanks. It's time to chill for an entire month. Thank you. Forget 1 memory, optional. +1 friendship with Tammy. I like Tammy. The lounge is a long, well-lit hall along the outer hull of the ship's midsection, strewn with tables and cushions, and serves as a communal living room for the tiny one-room spaces every family's assigned. You flop down into the lounge's big beanbag pile with some of the other kids, and you stay there all month. You smell so good on Vertona. So does the dirt, even. His clothes are filthy, but obviously Cal couldn't care less. Then he bounces in. Holy crap, there's so much space to run around playing. Cal and Chiefrette set up an outdoor sports ball cart, and it's way huger than the old one on the ship. Tangent carefully selects 1 cushion from the pile and perches on it. School's expanding to some of the empty engineering bays, and we're getting a big new lab to do experiments using local resources. There's so much to learn about this planet. Then Amy rolls her eyes, but Tange continues. We shouldn't forget our studies just because we've landed, she says primly. Maybe we build ourselves as a practical explorer with knowledge and toughness to boot. Oh no, I've become a rebel. Which has this. Huh. I didn't realize Dis would want to explore the jungle. Dis seems like he wants to write really depressing beat poetry. You've had less of the deja vu, dreams come to life feeling this week. You're starting to think you'd even imagine it. But suddenly you get a prickling sensation in the back of your neck and remember that Mars is about to enter the lounge and tell everyone to look outside. You stare at the door. Mars walks through it, as if on cue. OMG. Everyone look outside. They're hoisting a flag over command. You know what that means, right? She says, clapping her hands excitedly. She stands tall with her hands on her hips. Vertumna is officially humanity's first exocolony. Ever. Look out at the flag, feeling dizzy, and silently mouth the words along to what she says next. You remember this moment so well. This is history, kids. She's the same age. Wrapping an enemy enchantment under each arm. And we were there. Relaxing. Do I want to forget? Do I? I don't think so, because an enemy makes those powerful, and I'm a cute baby. At least for now. You wake up from an afternoon nap. You squint into the pink-tinged light slanting through the windows. You must have fallen asleep in the lounge. Happens. Tammy's shadow falls across your nest of pillows. Oh, I'm so sorry, Solana. She says, giggling. I didn't mean to wake you up. It's just so nice outside with pollen sparkling in the sunlight. I wanted to open the windows. Get me a Zyrtec. Since you're awake, you should visit the cafeteria. Auntie Seaton is making a new kind of candy. She said it's made of cotton. Isn't that weird? Go tidy the creche first. I'll meet you there. Save some for me, okay? I'm gonna go get that free candy. Why, boring as heck? 10% chance to get a bonus +1 when increasing skills because I'm so darn happy. In the cafeteria, Aunt Seaton is cheerfully handing out masses of pink candy, puffy and soft like clouds. Oh, Solana. She says, handing you a wand with some candy spun around the end. Here, try some of this. We used to have it on Earth. You pull off a piece, give it a taste. It's so sweet at first that your mouth puckers. You've never tasted anything so sweet and so real. It's not at all like the soy sweets the kitchen nanoprinter can make. It melts in your mouth, leaving a gritty residue on your tongue. You wait until everyone is gone, but Tammy never shows up. You look down at the cotton candy in your hands. It smells a little from the humidity, but it's kind of like her hair, pale pink and so soft. You keep some to give her later. You're relaxing in your family's quarters after dinner. Your mom had to run off on some kind of council business, so you and your dad are playing a holo game together. You're ready to turn and head off to bed. Your mom returns. You can tell from the defeated slant of her shoulders something has gone terribly wrong. Your dad starts to ask her what happened, but she waves him away and approaches you. Did Tammy just die? She sits down and takes your hand, holding it between her two strong, dirt-creased ones. Solana, I'm so sorry to have to tell you this. There's an accident this afternoon in the creche. What the fuck? My classmate has died. I'm trying to understand her words. Tammy dead? That's not possible. You suddenly remember the cotton candy you were saving to give to Tammy, pink and fluffy, just like your hair. You put her hand in your pocket and get it, but what comes out is a sticky, dark lump of red goo. I was supposed to be stress-free! All skill increases reduced by 1 for 3 months. What the heck happened? An electric shock from a broken hollow projector. It was just an accident. You press her for more, for an explanation. A little girl is dead, someone you'd grown up with, someone so much like you. She wasn't sick or anything, you just saw her this morning. She was right there. Why? Sometimes there's just no reason why. Your mom's eyes are sad when she tells you that. You aren't used to dealing with death, and you don't know what you're supposed to say or do. You sort of mumble, okay. Then get changed and crawl into bed a full hour before your bedtime. Alright, well, I'm imminently depressed, and it's been an hour. Good game, yeah. Well, That blows, actually. So much for my deja vu helping. Mars is staring into space looking somber. She doesn't even notice when you come up beside her and barely reacts when you say hello. Thinking about Tammy. She sit down the hill there in that spot in the sun every morning. She just sit there for hours in the sun doing nothing, just being happy. Stare down the hill to the spot near the entrance quarters. You imagine her there, working on some little craft project, humming to herself. I miss her too. Now she's dead. How's that for fair? Of all the people, how did it come it had to be my friend? You don't have an answer. You never heard Mars call Tammy her friend before, but of course she was. Tammy was everyone's scared little sister, even though she was older than most of you. That is an egg? A hefty red Xeno egg. I think I'm about to hatch a Xenomorph. Yeah, I couldn't be an exocolonist because I would absolutely die from the allergies in this 3-month season. Cal's sitting in your mom's flower garden with his face in his hands. He's clearly been crying all morning, and probably all of yesterday, too. He and Tammy were really close. Whenever you guys used to play house in the creche, Tammy was always the mommy and Cal was the daddy. Even though you were just little kids, you always kind of giggled at how obviously they were going to be together forever, like a princess and a knight. Some people like commiseration and some people like looking out. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, no, not really. That's just what people want me to say, right? Tammy always liked these flowers. Sometimes I picked some for her. But don't tell your mom, okay? Tears well up and slowly leak out his eyes. Doesn't even blink, just stares at the flowers as the tears run down his cheeks. You decide to give him some space. Does this not have anything to say? He believes Tammy died? Your chief engineer instance tells someone about it. Tammy got shocked by a broken hollow projector. Touch it, she got chucked all the way across the room, and bam, she was dead before she even landed. Things I did not want to know. I think Dis is gonna kill somebody. Stupid planet. Stupid crash. Stupid spaceship. An enemy is striking rocks with a strand of sending metallic clangs ringing through the colony. She bends down to pick up another rock, but instead just sobs and braces her head and hands on her knees. Stupid everything. Why'd she have to die? It's not fair. Kids aren't supposed to die. Tange is pacing around in front of engineering. She looks upset. Shouldn't have happened. Tammy's what? What happened to Tammy? It should have been possible. There's no reason for that hollow projector to break. Hal said it was recently serviced and nothing was wrong with it before it just blew up for no reason. Nobody wanted to hurt her, so why? How? Doesn't add up. I'm trying to get some sleep. Have a good night, Val. Stop by anytime. It's good to see you. Hate when I can't find the answer. Yep. Alright, well, I am extremely depressed. Very exciting stuff there. I guess I'll play some sports ball. Okay. Wait, what's that? +1 to a card. Change suit to that. Who do I... What do I do here? There we go. Super goal. +1 bravery. Spookster. Colony is going to hold a funeral for Tammy. Do you want to attend? If you don't feel up to it, you could just skip it and take the month off instead. Or you could get back to work. Oh my god. Yeah, of course I'll attend. Colonists gather in the recycling room. Bringing organics down to be recycled here is one of your chores, but you've only come here for a funeral twice. Both times a colonist had passed away from natural causes during the 20-year-long journey from Earth. First time there's been a funeral in Vertumna, and the first time for someone you actually knew. The mouth of the organics recycler has been polished, and a wreath of yellow flowers placed over the opening. Inside you can see a shrouded figure, Tammy's small, fragile body. Tammy's dad, Uncle Tonin, is here, as well as your parents and antecedent and the rest of the council. Cal is here with his mom and her partners, already crying in their arms. The room is packed with people, and the feeling of grief is so thick you can taste it in your mouth. Governor Udicott stands before the assembled crowd. There are no words to ease the pain we feel today, she begins solemnly. There's only the sad company of those of us left behind to share the burden of that grief. Tammy was our child, one of the first humans to be born in space and the first to die on an alien planet. In her short life, she exemplified the very arc of human accomplishment, bending hopefully towards life beyond our humble Earth. She's the first of us who can truly call Vertumna home. Her passing was as senseless as it was sudden. Losses like this are impossible to hold within oneself, a painful reminder that life is impossibly precious and fragile, but they also remind us, as always, that as a community, we are capable of great strength. Udicott closes the door to the recycler. Your Uncle Tonin sob over the hum of the particle disintegrators beginning their work. As a community, we remember Tammy. As a community, we return her body to the soil that nourishes us. In this way, Tammy, our child from the stars, will never truly be lost to us. The ceremony is adjourned, but a few people stay back to counsel Uncle Tonin as he keeps vigil over the recycler. Cal and Uncle Tonin hold each other and weep openly. Your mom stays behind to receive Tammy's remains, as the head of geoponics will be responsible for adding them to the colony's precious supply of brown soil from Earth. Dad accompanies you out the recycling room. Clears his throat. I want you to know that you don't need to be okay, he says, clasping his warm hand on your shoulder. If you want to take the rest of the month off, everyone's going to understand. Nah. I'm going to keep doing it. Oh. But I do feel better having said goodbye. Didn't really know Tammy that well, after all. It's sad she's dead, but you have to move on. Oh, there's a lot of other people to be friends with. Late Paula. Should you not be getting 100% stress in engineering skills to be true to life? You know, we're working on it, alright? We're 10. When I was 10, I was still happy. We've got to build that up. You know? Build it up high. Alright. That was an enemy. Anything new? No. Just a will be okay. Sympathetic but distracted smile. Anything new on these? Not really. Okay, you just erased all benefits of biking 30 miles by eating a KFC doubled. No. No. Wow. Mine increases reduced by 1 for another month. But we can kind of cancel that out. Or we just keep going for some stuff that we don't super need this month, and then go back to big gains the following month. So either like delivering supplies, which gives us 2 organizing and a perception and a lot of kudos and not a lot of stress. Or we do like shoveling dirt, which gives us friendship with Cal, who I actually like. And we're getting so darn tough. Let's do it. We'll shovel dirt for a month. Why not? Okay, so... Plus one skill on a challenge win. Which should make that into a 2 here. Like that. And then I click that, and then we get extra for the absorbent brain. Nice. I'm so proud of you, Pat. So proud. Early dust. Oh my god. This planet's built to ruin my poor... I'm gonna need to see an ear, nose, and throat doc. Like, stat. I'm bored. This is boring. Only adults want to do his work and they're not paying attention to me. Did I find something she might like? Well, let's click it. Just kidding. I didn't. Ha! Ha! I faked you out on accident. Cal. Wonder when it's going to rain again. Heat doesn't bother me none, but after a while plants are going to get all toasty. Oh, wait. I found a sturdy mushwood log. That seems like something Cal would like. Oh, you found me. This is adjusting better than you expected to life on the surface, so you found new places to hide and do whatever he does out here by himself. Okay, cool. Do you like wood? It seems like he would. Neat. I don't know what I'd do it, but I love it. We take those. How sad are you? Yeah. Very sad. Okay. He doesn't look like a happy sheep anymore. It's very... I'm unhappy about it. Solanasai. We need to discuss my brother. You mean my buddy Dish? No. Who? Who Dis? Wonder if they made that just for that stupid joke. Yes, Dis. You should figure out where he's been disappearing. Ever since we landed, I barely see him anymore. Doesn't even come home at night sometimes, and I'm not on very good terms with my brother as late, but people are becoming worried. Get the feeling Tange is the one who's worried, but she doesn't want to admit it. I'll find out, but I'm really gonna talk to him. Thank you. Looking relieved for a second before expression hardens again. I mean, it would be a ridiculous waste of resources if something happened to him and no one knew where he was or how to find him. Right, of course. Tange doesn't get worried. Right. Hey, Dis. What you doing? You tell Dis that his sister Tangent wants to know where he's been disappearing off to. His eyes flit briefly to yours, then he stares vaguely off towards the engineering wing where his sister is reading on her holopod between classes. She's worried about you. She doesn't care about me. Tangent's just worried she'll get in trouble if I don't come home one day. She doesn't care about anything but her schoolwork. Alright, I'm gonna threaten you now. Didn't work. I thought I was tough enough, but I didn't have the tough enough stuff. Every day is a new stink. It stinks out here. Today it smells like that time the waste reclamation unit broke down. Sure. It's so hot. I'm supposed to run in these conditions. Good question. I don't have a good answer for you. Anyways, we're back into engineering. Get to work. Zero, 1, 2-1, right? Because that would be a straight... Oh, yeah, what? Unless what if I swap those? No, that was the smart decision. Unless the pair here, what if I like swap skis this and that and that, like a double straight? No, that's terrible. What if I do something like that then? Much better. Cool. 3 engineering, 2 reason, stress, kudos, tangent. Got it. How stressed am I? Enough for another month. But it's time for Vertumnalia. Uticott and the Council have called a festival to celebrate life here on the planet Vertumna. Everyone gathers in the colony square to hear the governor's speech. In Earth's history, Uticott begins and clears her throat and waits for everyone to quiet down. In Earth's history, Vertumna was known as the god of seasons, change, gardens, and fruit. It's no coincidence that our forebears of the Vertumna Project chose to take on such an auspicious name in the hopes of seeding future bountiful seasons of humanity. We'll consider this tradition of Vertumnalia, a midsummer festival to celebrate our Vertumna, this lush planet upon which we find ourselves today. If I yawn, does that make me a rebel? Will I inch towards rebellion? I'm 10, I don't give a crap about this. Kidding me? Yeah, I became more of a rebel because I'm 10! When it's my mother's turn, she announces tonight you'll be eating some of the very first crops grown from Vertumnan soil. Your eyes go to the feast table. Aboard the Stratosphere, it would have been mostly soy-based food from the nanoprinters, spiced up with what precious fruits and vegetables could be grown in the small growing bays. This year, the Earth plants look even less robust than usual, but they're supplemented by some Vertumnan plants you've come to appreciate. Juicy watato pods and slabs of edible fungi. Uticott takes the stage after everyone on the council has said their piece. What's the festival without festivities, she asks. Professor Hell and Security Chief Rhett have organized a 3-part competition for the kids. Good luck, children. Which one do I join? Let's see. My toughness is 15. My reasoning is 14. I feel like an enemy would definitely take us bot wrestling. So, bot wrestling we go. A bot wrestling contest. This has been a classic competition for years on the ship. Someone rigged up a hydraulic lifting bot to slowly stretch out, increasing in strength over time. The aim is to see how long you can hold out it closed using any part of your body before it pops open. Enemy and Cal are competing with you. Cal doesn't like that it's competition, but he does love bot wrestling. Toughness challenge. Hard. Uh-oh. Oh, God. 41 in 3 rounds? I don't think I can do that. Story challenges of 3 rounds instead of 1 after every round. You'll keep the cards you didn't play and unlock an extra slot to play them in. Losing isn't always a bad thing in story challenges. Okay. Oof, the pink candy. I mean, we could do like a 0-1-2 right now. Okay, well, I could start by actually doing that, which would be smart. Next round, which is -10. I thought I would keep the cards. I didn't. Wow, that is bad. I don't think we're gonna get this. No, probably not. 0-1-2-2-2. That was pretty good, honestly. But alas, we were defeated. That's alright. None of these brother calm as the judge and awards bonus points for technique as well as brute strength. You sit on the hydraulic bot, use your weight at first, but it wobbles too much, eventually tosses you off. That's okay. The enemy uses a strong leg hold technique and lasts 30 seconds longer than you do before the bot finally escapes her grip. Calm declares her the winner. She offers you her hand, then pulls it back the last second before running away, cackling. That son of a bitch. Hey, we are unstressed. I'm glad we didn't take any sort of break. During the first fierce heat of dust, a few days rest is exactly what you need. You feel refreshed. Mid-dust. Yeah, I hope everyone's weekend was good, by the way. I myself had a good one. I had a friend come over that I hadn't been able to hang out with in a while. At least solo. And we played through all of Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze because he had never finished it. Spoilers. Still an excellent platformer. Probably top 5 in the last decade. Real good. Also spoilers. I was not as good as I remember at it. It was pretty rough. The only thing rougher than that was the fact that we went to a place called Dave's Hot Chicken because this motherfucker, not me, but my friend, thought that he really needed like a Reaper hot wing tender at Dave's Hot Chicken. Now, I've never been to Dave's Hot Chicken because, as we've stated and established many times before, Spice and I don't get along very well. And with a name like Dave's Hot Chicken, I had a feeling it wasn't going to be a pleasant experience at the end. I had a slight hope that Dave's Hot Chicken meant that the chicken was just hot in temperature. This was not the case. So I went as mild as I could on that, and it was tasty. It was yum yum. But the absolute travesty that was the bathroom soon after that, not worth it in the end. It devastated both of us. Him a lot more so because, again, he got like ghost pepper wings. But I was recovering still on Sunday, and we ate that on Saturday. That was around the time I decided to spend money on Fire Emblem again for reasons that I can only explain as a deep, deep-seated sickness. It was great, though. It was a great time. Great weekend. Find black pepper hot. True. No arguments here. Too bright, too hot, nights are cold. This sucks. Okay. Good job, Tangent. An enemy, what do you got for me? So then I trapped it in my room, an enemy says, telling you all about the bugs she saw in her quarters. Its wings were as big as my hand, and it feelers. Oh, it was bouncing all over the place like boing, boing, boing. She gestures excitedly, swinging her arms over her head. The bugs here are so big, and they're everywhere. I was going to give it to Tange. She loves gross bug stuff. She said I should just let it go, because if it stung me, I might get weird mutant powers. You know they're the ones I already have. I wanted to see if I got more weird mutant powers, so I started jumping around off higher and higher things until I was jumping off the back of the ship, and I got in so much trouble, but it wasn't even that high. Hold on. She says, stooping to rub irritably at her knees for probably the 100th time in the past 5 minutes. Ugh, I'm going to die. Busted up my knees, and it's so itchy when my scales grow in. Don't pick at it. Chief Steward Antecedent's voice rings out across the garrison yard, pleasant but firm. The city transports you back to being in the ship crash, tugging on her skirts and calling her Auntie. Enemy jumps, stands up straight, her arms flying to her sides. But Mom, so scratch-tastically itchy. I know, lovely, but the more you pick at it, the thicker your scales are going to grow in. What if I want to have cool scales? She pouts. At the rate you're going, you're going to be covered in them before you know it. No need to rush. An enemy's skin is dotted with patches of protective blue-green scales that grow in wherever she gets a cut or scrape. She rubs the patch in her jaw indignantly, the one she got when she ran headfirst into the food synthesizer back on the ship. I learned that an enemy's augment is cool scales, which, knowing her, probably was a good thing. Queue for the nanoprinters is over a week long, so I patched your pants with scraps from your brother's clothing. Please try not to put any more holes in them, or yourself, okay? She hands the clothes to enemy, kisses her on her forehead. He sticks out her tongue and gags. Yuck. An enemy evaluates the clothes as her mom walks away. Galactic, she breathes, running her fingers over the odd-colored patches. Then right there in the middle of the yard, she unashamedly squirms out of her pants and pulls on the new ones. Look like a fighter jet from the Hollows. They stencil your kill count on your plane. Like a really cool scar. Yeah, you get it. My pants are scarred just like me. Very sad, man. That's okay. Dis, you want to tell me what you're up to? Nope, he just nods at me, doesn't say anything. Alright, that's fine. Good to see you. I can't give you another gift. That makes sense. Are there any other gifts to even find? Really, this month? But yes, all very true statements. I am an absolute wimp when it comes to anything mildly hot, but that's okay. That's life. Okay, I don't see anything there. We're pretty unstressed, which is nice. Do we just do another engineering one? That feels kind of good. Organizing is not in my wheelhouse. Creativity, persuasion. We're just gonna keep tossing stuff on engineering. We're gonna become an engineer. Hi, kids. Congruence glides into the room on our ceiling track and the class cheers. Congruence is so cool. Like a person, but also a machine. She knows a lot of jokes and can tell you anything about space. She never gets bored or frustrated by her questions. You all know me, but I bet some of you have questions about how I work. What do you want to know? I need to know if you have to eat or poop. She laughs, which never sounded quite the same as a real person's laugh to you. Guess you could say I eat electricity, but not in the same way you get energy from food. But no, I've never pooped. I think it sounds kind of neat, actually. What's your job? Well, part of me is showing animal videos to children in the creche, and part of me is here teaching you, but most of me is monitoring the engines which give us power and the life support systems to make it comfortable here. How do you know so many things? My brain is big. It's just enormous, really. It's connected to the ship's holonet, so anything you look up on your holopalms, I just know. She explains she had to do all kinds of calculations to help the ship fly and land it, and she was designed to provide a user-friendly interface to the ship's systems. But Hal has modded me to be far more than that. Now I can even tell jokes. Why did the computer cross the road? I don't know. Why? Great! Cool. Holy crap on a cracker. How... I mean, it's literally, it's just... Oh, no, it's not that. It's this, right? Cool. That's barely, by the way. That is tight. And the best I could have done. So maybe I should remove the zeros. Next month, start removing them. But yet you like Mexican food and that's usually spicy. It's true. But I go for the mild stuff. Like the salsa verde and not the hot cha-cha stuff, you know? I pay for it every time anyways. Look, Prilosec OTC and me are like this. Tums and me are like this. And these kind of cancel out, but not this time. They're good. It's good stuff. But sometimes, you know, I just eat stuff and I can feel my stomach's eyes turn up at me, just shake its head. Like, you know you can't do this. I even like Indian food, but it's like I can barely touch it. But it's tasty when I can. Alright, you want to eat the mushroom trees. I remember. Yes. Good stuff. Yes, stinky. Oof, oof. Do I have toughness or not? I'm tough enough. I'm not tough enough. Okay. I'm pretty tough, though. Pretty tough. 15. I'm 15 tough. Oh, okay. Dis is unhappy with me, but that's kind of just what Dis is. Looking for Cal in the garden when you nearly trip over someone else, one of the younger kids, and they're blindfolded? Hey, they exclaim, ripping the blindfold off their face, throwing it around. It's Cirrus, one of Nemesis' brothers. He glares at you. I was almost done. Cal jogs over and grabs Cirrus in a friendly headlock, ruffling his messy red hair. Dude, you were so close. It's not his fault. He didn't know we were playing a game. Give me a sec. I want to teach him how to play. Sorry, Solana. I was teaching Cirrus a new game, but he's more like an enemy than I thought. Real competitive, you know? Sleeps pick up the blindfold, brushing off the dirt. I'm trying to come up with different kinds of games other than sports ball. No winners or losers. I just want to have fun with friends. Learn how to play. Let me check my schedule. Yeah. Radical. Okay, so first, put on this blindfold. Blindfold's a little scratchy and it smells like dirt. And feel Cal's big hands on your shoulders. I'm going to spin you around. When I let go, you got to listen to my instructions. We're going to walk all the way to the cafeteria, okay? You nod. You can't see Cal's grin, but you can hear it in his voice. He spins you around, counts to 10. First, got to walk forward 10 steps. Do I need to make things difficult for him? I do. You take 10 large steps, feeling the squelch of dirt under your shoes as you wade out into the garden beds. You're gonna get me in trouble! You shrug. Okay, next you're gonna turn a little bit to the right. You turn a lot bit to the right. No! Come on, Solana. I said a little bit. You tilt your head to the side like you're listening, then spread your arms wide and spin in circles while Cal howls with laughter. Sharp voice cuts through the garden. Oh, Dip. It's your mom. What's gotten into you? Well, the garden beds have sensed the little boy. I'm in so much trouble. Cal looks gutted. I'm so sorry, Auntie. I was trying to teach Solana how to play a new game, but I didn't do it good. Are you going to let him take the fall for you? No. Nah. Tell your mom it was your fault. I know, Solana. You're the one I caught trampling the turnips. Both of you, get out of here for the rest of the day. No more games in the garden. Cal squeaks, he grabs your hand, you run out of the garden, away from your mom, grousing about the broken plants. When you're far enough away, he turns to you and bursts into giggles. That was wild. Thanks, Solana. I really want your mom to like me and let me help out in the garden more. It's my favorite place in the whole colony. Oh, hello. That's a new one. How do you even do that? There's not enough space. What kind of cats. Let's do a... We're good with empathy. We're gonna study again, I think. Let's look at... What are our friends looking at? Enemies 1900. Tammy. Oh, Tammy's dead. Oh, it's fine. I'm not upset about it. Well, we haven't studied humanities in a while. What was that? Persuasion and creativity? But I kind of feel like I shouldn't have that. I feel like we should focus on some blues and some reds. Yeah. You ask a question and everyone laughs. I thought there were no dumb questions. I had a professor once in college, and this didn't happen to me, but one of my good friends. It was just an average lecture, 8:30 in the morning, hour and a half long. I take that back. It was 8:30 in the morning at the time. It was an 8 o'clock lecture. 8 to 9:30, and then 9:30 to 11, we had 2 back-to-back aerospace courses. One in thermodynamics, and then one in structures. That's just to illustrate that things sucked. No such thing as stupid questions, just stupid people. One and one, huh? What if we instead do like a 0, 1, 0, 1, 2? That does not count. What if we do that? Okay, that works. Oof, we're getting a lot of stuff there. Very nice. Yeah, so, you know, it's loopy. Early wet season. Wet season. I wonder what the last season is. It looks long and a little frightening. So, you know, we're loopy, we're tired. You know, we're college students that stayed up most of the night doing the homework. And then, you know, bust a few hours of sleep and then bust up to the campus. And Prince just asked like just a right question, just a normal ass question, and the professor stopped like the whole class. Was just like, this isn't the right time to ask the question, this question. And everyone was just like silent. Just stared him down for like, I don't know, is she having a terrible day? I don't know. It wasn't like, just, we can go over that in office hours if you want to come by or something. I don't have time right now. It was some implied that was the rudest thing she may have ever been asked. And I don't know, it was something about like, if this structure, I don't know, it was something about the lift versus the friction, the skin friction on the, I don't know. It didn't even happen to me, and that still lives in my head almost daily. Oh. Tangent is watching a construction crew build scaffolding for the new engineering pavilion. They're using mushwood, which is so light that one person can easily lift a 10-meter long pole and stack it into place. Human beings are so great. Before we landed, this was all just dirty jungle. Now it's civilization. Low-key weird colonizer vibe there. I've been learning about adaptability and writing in biology class. The books say it's what sets us apart from the animals. Like, we don't need fur, so we can make warm clothes, and if it's too hot, we can make air conditioners instead. Also, we can sweat. I don't have enough biology? Ugh. But animals have neat adaptations, too, honestly. Maybe, but even if they do, I haven't seen any sign of intelligent life here. It's just those big, dumb xenofauna. Haha, yeah, animals are super dumb. Nah, they're great. Just no animals, I want to say. Maybe they're just pretending to be nice so you'll feed them. You're lucky they didn't eat you. Dorb's moth looks cute, but one can eat through a bag of rice in less than 30 minutes. Even an herbivore can be dangerous here. Doesn't have to want to eat you to be able to hurt you. Together you watch as the foreman puts the blueprints for the scaffolding onto the floating screen of her hollow palm and raises it to the scaffolding to check her progress. I can see an alien do that, Tange says primly. Humans look defenseless and weak, but we're the strongest species in the galaxy. Who else can literally bend reality to their will? Not a stupid alien, that's for sure. Nice, xenophobia. Living proof that humanity is greater than our biology, she says. All of us are, really, with our genetic enhancements. We're the next step in humanity's evolution from great ape to galactic super species. Okay. Let's calm down a bit. Alright, you're doing that. That's fine. Walking around. Anything here? Oh, you're in a different spot. Blossom for my little Blossom. Your dad pulls a flower out of his pocket, gives it to you. Tucks it behind your ear. I'm 99.99% sure this isn't poisonous, but let me know if you get a weird rash or anything. Great. You're moving around. Are you saying anything new? Do not ask me to do anything if my hair gets wet. You're soy meat. Okay. Dis, got anything? It's pouring rain. Everyone trying to stay dry under the rained, grass-roofed palapas. Everyone except Dis, off in the distance, over at the wall near the sports ball field. He's definitely skulking. I don't need to tell someone on him. I'd rather quietly follow him. I'll just ignore him. This is gonna bite me in the ass, isn't it? I mean, perception is 0, which is kind of funny. I don't think I'm building a very synergistic character, but we're building my character. And that's all that matters. Rain season. What do we got here? Do some sports ball, which would give me, what, 2 bravery and a toughness? What are we at for toughness? 15. We need to get 20. Sure. The Calm is organizing the youth team. Kombucha, which is a great name, offers you a high-five ingredient and tosses a sports ball your way. Let's start with the practice game. See what you're good at. You and enemy are team captains. Pick your team. Calm will fill in to even up the teams. We promise us to go easy on the other side. I mean, I kind of I want the adult that looks like he's twice the size. But he's probably really... No, wait. He's Anemome's brother. Anemone is super competitive. I would pick Kombucha. He's clearly the best choice. He's 5 years older than any of you, and you'll definitely win with him as your forward. And then he chooses Mars. She takes her position as striker with an eager look on her face. And then I pick Cal. Mind if I play goalie? Sports ball is fun, but it feels mean to score against the other team. You know, sure, Cal. Toughness challenge. Easy. Yeah. Probably because I picked the adult. So we're just gonna make this, what, 2-2-2? Yeah. And then like a 0-0-0-1. Next round, and we do 0-1-2-2-1. You play net stop. Kong could probably run the entire field himself, but each time he gets the ball, he passes off someone else on the team. Cal makes an amazing jump save, but is winded when the ball hits him in the chest. The score is tied. With an enemy and Mars aggressively keeping the ball in your zone, Kombucha's managed to intercept it and punts it to you. Blam! You score the match point with a rat spike all the way from the net line. 5 kudos. Set neighbors to this value. That would help with ones. So, I guess that's something. But I'm having a terrifying familiar dream. Monster crashing through the walls, unfathomably large, every part of it wriggling and moving and searching for something. It tramples through the colony as you watch helplessly. Time shifts to the wreckage of your home. You're picking through it looking for something. Tears streaking down your dust-covered face as you lift heavy pieces of debris. Searching. You wake up shouting, "No!" But your voice is drowned out by a deafening rumble from the skies outside. The bedroom window is covered in water. It's pouring down from the clouds. You guess this must be rain, but you've never experienced it before. It's a bright flash from outside, and then another crack and rumble. Thunder. Must be a thunderstorm. Still in the early hours of the morning, you've already almost forgotten your bad dream, but you're too unsettled to go back to sleep yet. The rain beats down on the roof of your quarters, joined now and then with great peals of thunder like the footsteps of an angry beast. I'm still 10 years old, so I'm just gonna go to my parents for comfort. Because they're great. Your dad's awake too, watching the rain from the large porthole in the kitchenette. Gives you a hug and gaze out together. This is good. Means we'll have plenty of water for the crops. Pure, healthy water, just like on Earth. Everyone's gonna be okay. My little potato. You hug your dad tight and hope he's right. Shit, I hope he's right too. You and enemy are playing in the garrison yard with sticks, chasing each other around, pretending to be sword fighting. The adults training nearby are patient with you as long as you don't get near the target dummies, but sometimes you stray too close. Watch out, Annie! One of the security personnel calls as an enemy bumps into her. Kids, stay behind the fences, okay? It's an enemy, she retorts. Both of you retreat to a safe distance. The enemy throws her stick to the ground and pouts. Just because everyone else shortens their name doesn't mean I have to do it. I like being an enemy, but having a nickname is kind of cool and mysterious. Kind of a call sign, you know? What would you call me? What a sign. How about Nem? Oh, never heard that one before. Nem. I like it. Short and punchy, just like me. It's kind of like I'm a venture from a story. Nem picks up her discarded stick. Now, she says, brandishing it at you. Prepare to be defeated by the mighty Nem. You spend the next hour sparring with Nem in the yard. Is it just going to be Nem now? That's kind of fun. This, are you going to, like, let in a monster on accident or something? Who knows? I didn't see any other gift option. Oh, just kidding. Sturdy mushwood log. Again, I feel like Cal would like the log. You know? He just likes log. He's an outdoorsy soul, you know? Back to engineering we go. This quiz is just to find out where you all stand and what you want to learn in this class will help me to tailor personalized lesson plans for each of you. The test pings on your holopalm when you open it. Starts easy. Suspiciously easy. Sure enough, every section is harder than the last and you're quickly stumped by a question. The teacher said you weren't supposed to be able to answer all of them, but you look over at Tang. Just breezing through the tests. Competitive gremlin inside of you has an idea. Make a video game instead. Is this me? That one seems unfair because that's what I would do as a human being and want to do. But I also wouldn't think of that when I'm 10 heckin' years old. But also, I like video games. We're making a video game instead. Instead of doing placement tests, you fool around in your holopalm and make a game based on flinging a ball around the classroom. It's made of light and can detect and bounce off objects in the real world as long as you're looking at it from the right angle. You actually learn a lot, but Professor Hal tells you he isn't impressed with your work ethic. The point was to see what you need to work on, not judge you for what you already know. I flunked the test. Brutal. But to be fair, I think I would have flunked this test already. Too bad you didn't get into advanced materials like me. I missed a couple, she complains. Great. That must be nice. Alright. 0, 1, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, 85 stress. We can handle another month. I don't know. This probably is cool, but I mean, they all have their flaws, I'm sure. Some present more than others. Like, Cal might seem fine with his pacifism, but at some point you might not need that. You might need something more forceful. An enemy's headstrong. This is weird. I'm a little worn out, my little firefly. Dad greets you, looking concerned. You know, despite what your mom might say, there is such a thing as too much work. Maybe some R&R over in the lounge help you recharge those solar cells. What do you say? I'll sleep when I'm dead. I just need a hug. Well, get in here, tiger butter. After a long hug, you do feel a little better. Your dad gives incredible hugs. I like how just choosing a hug is enough to be loyal to the colony. How dare you show affection for your parentals? How dare you? I'm interested to see what next month is, and I don't want to... whatever. Do we have anything else we want to do that we haven't done before? We shoveled dirt. We haven't done this yet, have we? We probably should. We should just try it out. Any notice board things? Nope. Okay. Let's do a deliver supplies thing. Sneak sends you all around the colony delivering supplies during your first week. It's mostly small things you can carry by hand or push on a little cart. Stuff like tools and electronics. Some are high priority, which means you have to move fast. -3 stress. Interesting. It's fun getting to yell, important delivery coming through, and people actually get out of the way. Sure. Oh, that wasn't the high score. 24 I could have gotten? That's wild. Day has been getting shorter, with only the yellow sun barely skimming the horizon. One morning you wake in the darkness, have to check your holopod to know what time it is. You see a hollow stream from Mars. Good morning to all my pals. You can even call it morning. They named it glow season because, like, everything is crazy glowing out there in the dark. Stay the heck inside for the next month. What's the point in even going if you can't see anything? It's going to be a long, boring month. I mean, it could look cool out there. Heck if I know. The wormhole is the biggest you've ever seen it, like a massive fiery ring in the sky. The plant must be very close to it now. Out in the jungle, something new is taking place. The plants are flowering, glowing iridescent blooms, and everything is full of life. There are strange new sounds, long hooting calls, and gurgling roars. After Mars' message is a notice from the council warning everyone to stay safe inside. Tammy's dad and other surveyors have been called back, and the gates closed for the month. There's a tension in the air as if everyone is waiting for something. You liar. I see you right here. I see you right... Oh, you're gone. Am I not the true monster taking over this world? That's a compelling argument. Just based on, you know, stuff like general vibes of colonization and stuff. But how could I be when I'm so gosh darn cute? Wait, what did you say? Feels different. Don't know how, just different. Ask him what he means, but he just shakes his head. It's so creptacular. Perfect for hide and seek. This feels like a month to chill out. We've got 87 stress right now. Slotisai. What are you doing out of your corners? It's safe out here. Doesn't seem that dangerous. She narrows her eyes. Oh, you should be afraid of out here is me if you don't do what I... Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Mom. Very, very apologetic. We're relaxing in the lounge. I wonder what new songs they're writing these days, 10 million light years away on Earth. Only new music you've heard is when the adults have come up with a new space shanty. It's nice, good music for harmonizing with friends as you work, but it's not really something you want in your ears all the time. I would like to forget you. Do I forget both? No, I forget one. I'll forget the 0 for sure. It's daytime when the emergency sirens start up. Well, it passes for day. Still nearly pitch black, except for an eerie green twilight glow on the horizon. You look toward the gates. They're open. Wait, they shouldn't be open. The alert... God dang it, I'm stressed out again. The alert blares out on every speaker in the colony. It's the same one used for hull breaches and fires, and in space it means you're supposed to go to the nearest emergency shaft to put on a spacesuit. On Vertumna, it means go to assembly point and wait for instructions. Closest assembly point is the children's crash book from the opposite direction. You're shouting in loud popping noises. Is the colony under attack? Let's help fight. I have gained the status of heroic. +1 to all physical skill increases for 3 months. Okay. Plus my rebellion. Sure. Whatever. I'm stressed out again. Try your best. You'll try your best to be brave and fight back. First, you dodge some helpful grown-ups who point you back to the creche. Then you head outside to get your bearings. Hear yelling from up the stairs to command and a commotion to the southeast at Geoponics where your parents are working. I will definitely go to Geoponics, where my parents are working. Your parents are defending the greenhouses from a pack of knee-high creatures, which seem to have eyes growing all over their bodies. Their oily flesh ripples with a constant, subtle motion as the individual eyes blink one at a time incessantly. Can't tell which end is which with these horrible things. Cal is standing nearby. Wide-eyed, he slowly picks up a shovel and moves beside you. He reluctantly holds the shovel in front of him like a weapon. Easy, donkeys. We don't want to hurt you. Get out of here, both of you. Run. I would like to figure out what it wants. That stressed me out. You look into its too many eyes and see fear. This creature is scared of you. To Cal's amazement, you crouch down to try and look less threatening and choose 2 eyes at random to look into, to communicate with. Start to reach out a hand, but the creature is trembling. Staring into its eyes made it even more frightened than before. It pounces. Normal difficulty. Okay. We can do that. 27. We need to get rid of this ASAP. So do like a 1-1-1. That's fine. Yeah. Oh no. Well, actually, that's not terrible. It's always there, but it doesn't take up space. All cards under 2 become 2. So we do like a 2-2-0-1 to get a straight. Then we could just do like a 1-1-1-1-1-2. Not bad. +2 combat. Sure. You killed it. Nothing but a rake thrust deep into several of the creature's many eyes. The rest of the pack scampers off the moment it falls. 25 kudos. You never killed anything before. The body of the creature that was so terrifying a minute ago now looks strangely small and harmless. All of its eyes have closed for good now. Cal crouches beside it in shock. I told you to run, Solanasai. Uh-oh, your mom looks furious that you put yourself in danger. She storms over and you think she's going to slap you, and suddenly she pulls you into her arms and hugs you. She keeps rocking you and saying, my baby, over and over. It's pretty surreal, almost as weird as the dog things with the eyes, honestly. After 2 weeks of darkness with the blue sun barely skimming the horizon, it begins to move higher in the sky and daytime returns. The council admits they don't know how the gates were opened or how the creatures got in. No, that's probably not. Probably don't profile Dis. That seems bad. Some of the 10 creatures were once thought to be docile. Others were species nobody has seen before. It was like something had driven them to assault the colony. At least nobody was killed. This time. I can't deal with any more death, actually. Thank you very much. You already killed somebody I liked immediately. Childhood is fleeting. The game will end when you reach age 20. You should focus on a few skills to improve and friends to spend time with. Use the Skills and Friends button to keep track of them. Good luck. We got all of these, huh? +20 stress overall, +5 loyalty overall, empathy. I mean, engineering, biology, reasoning were our 3 biggest gains, and then we kind of focus a little bit on toughness and bravery, because if an enemy is our starting friend, I want to play as like the nerd that has the very outgoing friend. That seems like fun. A fun build to have. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and then we'll be right back with Age 11. Alright. So, 12 months a year, and then the 13th is surviving the onslaught, because I guarantee that's going to happen again this year. Just trying different clothing options on a digital doll maker. Look, you can look like anything you want. I just thought it looked good with, like, horns, maybe. Make mass engineering about it. Actually, would you like a crystal cluster? Seems like more of a tangent thing, if I'm being honest. Let's check all the buildings, because it's a new year. We don't know if anything may have changed. Security rating is 0% red. That makes sense, because we just got broken into. Cal is scrubbing his hands at the water barrel, trying unsuccessfully to get all the dirt out from under his fingernails. Looks like a lost cause. Cal's hands have been dirt-stained probably since he landed here. Stupid. Jerks his hands out of the water and holds them to his face. Why do they have to? It's not fair. We didn't do anything to them. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. I was just washing my hands. Still haunted by fighting something. Tell her what you learned today. I don't think we're going to learn anything from organization. I don't think that's going to happen. Help them with the animals. Need animals 20 or greater. I haven't even figured out how to do that. I didn't know we had animals around here, to be honest. Dis, got anything to say? I'm trapped here. I hate it. I hate it here. Okay, I mean, that's fine. You still look miserable. Okay. Enemy getting tougher every day. Okay. Sorry, Nem. Why do you keep pestering me? It's not as though you've done anything to impress upon me your usefulness. Cool. Well, here's a crystal cluster I was going to give you, but whatever. Rude as heck, man. Little kids are brutal. We have +1 all physical skill increases for 3 months, so let's do physical skill increases for 3 months. Mars may not be a skilled sports ball player as an enemy, but she plays hard. She orders people around like a team captain, but she isn't so great at passing the ball. She'd rather be the star. Favorite thing is spike the ball right into the opposing net stop's body. It's not a legal move, but she's done it so many times the opposition now stands further back when Mars has the ball, which is exactly what she wants. Did you see that? Mars wouldn't pass the ball to either of us for 10 whole minutes. Somebody has to do something. I was gonna talk to Mars in private, but I can't. So let's just not pass her the ball. Yeah. Oh, wow. We passed each other and ignored Mars. She notices, but just assumes you want to be the star too and doesn't give you any hassle. The thing you've learned with Mars, she loves to be the best, but she doesn't have the kind of ego that makes her mean about it. It doesn't really solve the problem, but it's kind of fun anyway. Sure. As you get older, challenges can have conditions. The challenge suit, social, mental, or physical, determines what conditions can appear and which decks will work best. Try to collect social yellow cards if you want to win battles for social skills. Is that what this is? +5 kudos if the total equals the goal, huh? I think that counts because I don't have to... I can't remove the sun medallion, right? So... Voila. So much has happened during the last month since the monster attack during Glow. The idea of this planet as a peaceful utopia has been shattered. Security squads are training new members and keeping close watch on the gates now. They're reinforcing the walls and even installing a few robotic turrets. Class you have drills on what to do if the colony is attacked again. All the excitement. You forgot today was your birthday! Your parents have forgotten. They wake you up early with enthusiastic shouts of surprise! A Vertumnan year is only a little longer than a year on Earth, so you've just taken up its calendar for birthdays. Yours is in the second month of quiet. I'm in the first month, but okay. Spark snow drifts slowly past your porthole window as you snuggle with your dad. Your mom climbs up too and sits on the edge of your bed. Your dad pulls a bowl of fruit from behind his back with a flourish like a magic trick. At least you think it's fruit. What are those? Bobber fruit, your dad grins. The foragers have been picking these just outside the walls. They might look funny, but they're tasty. Try one. +1 to a card. Change suit to... Oh. Take a cautious bite. Pulp is soft, tastes a bit like lemon, only more blue. Bet you can't wait to join the surveyors out there, your dad says wistfully. Who knows what else you'll find? It's a lot of sighs not loud outside the gates, your mom interrupts, her voice sharp. It's too dangerous for kids. Well, I know, but eventually, dad says, but your mom cuts him up again. But not now, not since the attack, not with everything we know is out there. I was scared. Don't worry, Tomato Head. We'll keep you safe. Mom reaches over and pats your leg awkwardly. I know it's scary, but if you do as you're told during emergency drills, you'll be okay. Nothing is going to hurt you kids while we're around. I like to believe them, but you've seen the colony fall in your dreams. How long will it be until those visions become real? Even still, your mom says, it's clear that everyone should know how to defend themselves if it happens again. To be clear, this includes knowing when to run away, your dad asks. Security Chief Rhett offering self-defense lessons at the garrison. Even for kids, if you're interested, you should drop in sometime. I've heard stories of kids sneaking outside the walls. If I catch you doing that, I'm going to put a chip in your ear. You laugh. What a good joke. Your mom doesn't laugh. Never. Never. Why would I ever do that? Gulp. Alright, anything super new and interesting or unique? Oh. Medicinal roots? Who would like that? Who would like medicinal roots? I don't actually know. Do I also have a bloober fruit? Bobber fruit? And Nem would like weird fruit. Maybe not. or is that her dialogue for everything? We want to do physical things for the first months because we've got the buffs to it. So let's learn defense training, which I think is going to be combat. Oh, and animals. That'll be the first animals we've got. You attend your first session of Security Chief Rhett's self-defense classes. It's a small class, mostly security officers and other adults. You and Nem are the only kids. She gives you a wink and a cheesy thumbs up as you listen to Rhett rant about how everyone in the colony needs to learn self-defense. You'd be walking along thinking you're safe within the walls, and a flying animal could swoop out of the sky. Then what would you do? Rhett chops the air with his hand. I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to chop that beast right in the throat. Hi-ya! Points to the assembled I don't know if this guy's the best to be teaching us. The only way to learn is by doing. I'm going to huddle with Nem for strength. Safety in numbers. You try to become invisible so you won't get called on by Chief Rhett. Someone else volunteers and Rhett flips him to the mat to demonstrate what happens when you try to grapple with someone bigger. How embarrassing. Glad that wasn't you. Only engage with the enemy when there's no other alternative. No one walks away from a fight without getting hurt, so the first rule of self-defense is to not put yourself in situations where you need to fight. Once you've learned situational awareness, we'll move on to hand-to-hand self-defense, drawing on a variety of martial arts. Only when I'm confident that you're ready will we advance to weapons. There aren't that many weapons in the colony, mostly stun gloves and batons with a few plas rifles. Hope you don't have to use them, but it'll be good to know how. No. Not really a way to do that, so. We are almost stressed out, but not quite. Thinking of doing something in the greenhouse this month for extra toughness. Our toughness will get over 20 with this. What would we get here? 1 perception. Oof. Yeah, let's shovel some dirt. Sure, why not? Get extra stuff. Good morning, Solanase. Looks like you're working for your old lady. Hope you don't expect me to go easy on you just because you're my son. She walks you around the geoponics wing and points out where everything is. Your job is to move sod, compost, plants, garden waste equipment from one place to another. Get comfortable with this, she says, pushing a squeaky old-fashioned wheelbarrow towards you. Now, any question before you start moving that dirt? Where do I move again? From over there to there. It's an identical pile 10 meters away. She sees your confusion. We had some very precious soil from Earth on the ship, full of nutrients and bugs and bacteria plants need to grow, but it was lost in an accident. I have to make more from scratch using Vertumnan soil. It's part of the process. Doing machines? Well, the construction crew's already claimed all the hover lifts, but they'll break down in a few years anyway, and we don't have the materials to fix them. Planet side now. Use your muscles. Nature's hydraulic pistons. What about hydroponics? It's true it was more hygienic that way. But hydroponic systems use too much energy. Here we have to grow as much as we can the old-fashioned way. That's my boy. Your mom says, slapping you on the back. You stumble a little. By the end of the month, you feel utterly drained and exhausted. And good somehow. You can feel your muscles growing already. Yeah. Oh, wait, one sec. There we go. So many kudos. What to spend them on? Nothing, because we can't. But it's pollen season, so... You meet your dad adjusting a watering pot in your mom's flower garden. He's having a sneezing fit, his eyes runny and red. You're alarmed. You've never seen him look so sick before. People were hardly ever ill in the stratosphere, except sometimes when the zero-G rooms made them queasy. Not to worry, my little beanstalk, he says nasally. I'll be fine. It's just this pollen making my head a little stuffy. He wipes his nose with a handkerchief and looks around. Everywhere you turn, the air is soupy and tinged with pink from all the floating pollen. On Earth, your dad tells you. We used to call this hay fever. Even though it had nothing to do with hay, your mom cuts in, carrying a large bouquet of flowers. The native flowers seem to be in full bloom this time of year. She buries her nose deep in them, and they smell fantastic. Dad smiles kindly and agrees they sure are beautiful. Then he blows his nose loudly. I will sniff them tentatively. They do smell good and look harmless. Your dad's eyes look so sad, but maybe that's just the allergies. Hey, I know the last few weeks have been very hard for you. This might be a good time to relax and stick around in the quarters wing. I agree. I need some time off. However, I am also still talking with everybody. Okay, I'm not talking with anyone. Yeah, we were gonna relax anyways. That's fine. What's this give us? Hooked on my Holopalm 3? Nice to take some time off to chill after all the stress of school and work, not to mention the mental toll of just living on this unpredictable planet. Some of the other kids are also relaxing in the lounge. Yeah, I'll approach the two people I dislike the most. Okay, but you do stink. You hear Mars defend herself. It's not my fault you can't tell. Maybe your nose stopped working. The rest of us can smell it, and... I don't think I like being a bully. It smells awful. Do a sniff test. I mean... I'm doing a sniff test. Make a show of sniffing the air as he stands uncomfortably still. His clothes are a little dirty, but he smells fine to you. Kind of faintly boyish, like leaves and grass. You tell this to Mars. Leaves and grass. Oh, yes, that's exactly what I meant. You think that smells good? You're both hopeless. That's fine. I don't think... Well, +1 to skill reward at the end of the mental blue challenge if I win. Pretty cool, but I don't think it's worth it. We've gone to mid-pollen. It's our new phase. Mid-pollen phase. Alright, back to engineering, probably? That seems right. Cal, here's... maybe you like medicinal roots. I think it's just everyone gets that stuff. Does this wood interest you? He's unsure about how to react. I think gifts are just gifts. Back to engineering. Bring supplies to the medbay when you see something unusual. Tangent curled up on a bench, her head pillowed on a rolled-up lamp coat. She's fast asleep. You stop and stare. You never see Tange sleeping. She's always so busy, you're surprised she even has time to nap. Turn to leave her in peace when you bump into Nem. Whoa, she hardly ever sleeps, like just a couple hours a night. She's sick or something? It's interesting that we're learning these, which augments are for which kids. I don't know why that's interesting, but I'm sure it will be in the future. I'm so jealous for genetic enhancement. She hardly needs sleep at all. Probably stayed up all night studying for this morning's history test. There was a test. Me, I flunked it. No biggie though. Didn't have to sleep. Probably play games instead of studying anyways. Tange hologram beeps a soft alarm. She sits up and stretches, looking totally refreshed and alert. She sees you watching her and looks annoyed. Just a power nap, she says. No reason to gawk. One slot card gets +1. That's fine. Yes. So we do this. And this, and this, and that. Nice. You're finishing breakfast in the common area with Marzipan. Oh, that's her actual name? Marzipan? Look at you, eating cereal. Bet you don't even know what day today is. Yeah, you're right. I don't. Today is St. Valentine's Day. Dis and Cal wander over to hear more. Back on Earth, there was a day when everyone had to give their best friend a gift, especially sweets. Then you put the sweets under your pillow, and it makes you dream about who you're going to marry. And there are decorations of hearts and arrows and pigs. I don't think my sweets ever made it under my pillow, guys. I'll be honest. They made it from here to here, and that's as far as it went. Pigs? We don't even have pigs here. Or Mars answer Dis snorts. This is dumb. Marsman just made it up to get free candy. He rolls his eyes and walks away. Well, nobody's gonna pick you anyway. You stink. Sounds like fun to me. I'm gonna tell the other kids about it. So you go around, find your best friend, give them a gift. Points finger at you. Make sure you do it by the end of the day, or it doesn't count. And if too many people want to be my best friend, I'll hold tryouts for the position. It's only fair. Tosses her hair over her shoulders and laughs. That's okay. I'm going to my best friend. Thank you. Do you want to be BFFs with this silly girl? Hell yeah. You offer Anemone some soy sweets. She stuffs one in her cheek and then bumps you with her shoulder so hard you nearly fall over. Sounds cool. She says you rub her arm. Okay, best friend. Tag. You're it. Hey, Gwen. How you doing? Mission accomplished. Anything else this month? Yes. Oh, wait. Nobody picked her for St. Valentine. Yeah. Have fun. I'm enjoying it. I don't think I could lose any more friendship with Mars, actually. No, I could still lose one more. I have more friendship with Tammy, and she's deceased. Deceased. Oh, my dad's name is Geranium. That's great. Best grill. Yeah. That one. I'm pretty sad about it. To be honest. Oh, don't worry, it gets worse, is what you're gonna say. Yeah. Oh, trust me. I'm well aware. Considering I'm having constant dreams of, like, this colony's in shambles. Everyone's dead. Oh well. Surely that can't happen. Sorry, Mars. Alright, back to becoming an engineer. We gotta follow our real life thing. That's it. We gotta do it. It's the law. Try not to spoil anything. I appreciate it, Gwen. I do. Alright, back to engineering. It's field trip day. You and your class visit the engine room to study how the ship works. Now it continues to power everything in the colony. Congruence joins you. If you want to know anything about how the ship works, she's your woman. Well, not woman exactly, but, well, she's just very smart. Hello and welcome, children. Congruence trips. You're standing in the beating heart of the colony, our ship's nuclear reactors. Don't worry, you're safely shielded from any radiation. My sensors are very sensitive. The power contained in these reactors is enough to sustain the colony for the next 20 years. Congruence explains this should be more than enough time for us to develop an eco-friendly power source such as wind, water, or solar power. Hope so. I'm gonna pay attention. 2 duplicates when drawn. Okay. Goofing off. We're paying attention. Group artificial intelligence. Yeah, okay. Stratosphere was originally built as a vanity project for one of the richest people on Earth, but it was never launched and eventually donated to a museum. Rotunda Group pooled their resources to acquire the ship. Funding the retrofit as a colony vessel required contributions from many people, most of whom could not join us for the journey. They are honored by the cryopreserved embryos we carried with us to the stars. The what? Excuse me? Embryos donated by those who helped found our colony. Though they are not here with us, may their legacy continue with us. Okay. What happens if you break down? Well, hopefully that won't happen for quite some time, barring something physically incapacitating me. Like concerted attempt to destroy me. I am naturally self-repairing, resistant to attempts to manipulate or infect me with viruses. Don't worry about me, children. I'll likely be here to teach your great-great-great-grandchildren. Okay. What about the nanoprinters and gene tech? That technology was acquired for the betterment of humanity. Do not concern yourself with the specifics. Okay. Alarm bells going off. That's fine. Wonderful work, everyone. You all paid attention very well today. That will make this pop quiz much easier for you. Congruence's hollow projection erupts into fireworks at the words pop quiz, and the class groans in unison. Congruence laughs over the speakers. Just kidding. You're free to go. What a rascal. What a rascal. Set neighbors to that value. Fine by me. We're into our late pollen phase. Sounds like one of Georgia O'Keeffe's faces in her paintings. Dust is such a dry, hot season. Oh wait, no, we're into early dust. This joke worked better last month. Let's rewind. Both suns are high in the sky, baking the usually lush Vertumnan jungle. There's a breeze and it's warm. And you guessed it, dusty. Parents are up every day before dawn, which comes far too early for your liking. They're usually gone by the time you wake up and home after your sleep, so you have to visit them at work if you want to see them. Good morning, Gooseberry. Your dad greets you cheerily. Come to see the harvest? Mom and I are gathering crops from actual Vertumnan dirt this week. Yeah, sure, that sounds neat. He shows you the rows of corn and beans from Earth. They all look a little yellow and scraggly, but your dad enthusiastically points out the vegetables ready to harvest. Don't forget, the Vertumnalia Festival is coming up. There'll be a talent show and a science fair. I'm sure you're eager to participate. I was just going to do the strength thing again, because that's what my friends do. My friends. Yeah. Okay. Anything else new? Doesn't look like it. Okie dokes. Let's do life sciences. Get some biology and a little reasoning in there. Or maybe humanities and get some creativity and persuasion, because we don't have much. Nah. We're not very good. Well, we're okay with empathy and bravery. Okay, we're not okay. That's a 9. They exist, alright? Alright, so we want to do something like 0, 2, 3, which is a little bit... and that becomes 2, 1. I wonder if we could make that better. Like a 0, 1, 2, 3. That is, I mean, that is technically better. Not bad. Could've got an 18. It's time once more for Vertumnalia. The mood of the colony has been muted this year, ever since the attack during Glow. Though everything is still cheerfully decorated and the feast table is still heavy with food, mostly soy rations, this Vertumnalia just feels different in a way you can't describe. Colonists gather in the square for the governor's speech. What a year Vertumna has given us. The governor begins in her weedy voice. I stand before you so proud of everything the colony has accomplished in such a short time. Always hoped we could bring with us the best facets of humanity, cooperation, resilience, and creativity. The events of the year have given me no reason to doubt my convictions. These creatures were unexpected, but I urge everyone to consider what it means for life here. If Vertumna can sustain megafauna, then that means conditions are good for us as well. Our friends in geoponics are already working on the logistics of domesticating the wildlife. Your dad, as second cultivator, stands and gives a sheepish wave to the crowd. There's a smattering of applause. Hey, did you hear? My dad says Unicot's gonna announce the depot's open to the public. You shoot her a questioning look and she rolls her eyes. You know, shopping? Somewhere to spend all the kudos we've been saving up? I mean, candy and toys and makeup and nice smelling soap, not the boring kind, the communal showers. You know the concept of shopping. They do it in the hologoods from Earth, especially the ones Mars likes, but you never actually done it. Colony provides everything you need, but it would be nice to buy yourself a treat. My dad's giving me an allowance. Too bad your parents make you work for yours, shooting you a look of pity. You and Mars tune back into the speeches just as Utica announces the opening of the general store at the depot. Mars gives you a knowing look as she claps. Finally, the council remains unchanged from last year. We are, as always, proud to serve you and the colony as your government. Suspicious. No changes at all. Thank you for all your hard work and perseverance this year. Together, we build the future. A bot wrestling biathlon now, huh? Let's try the science fair this year. Why not? I've got good skills to do it. Your competitor for the science fair is predictably Tangent. Her project is on the tensile strength of various building materials, concluding that mushwood is the best choice when you consider not just strength, but also sustainability and ease of use. The judges want to know what you've been working on. I didn't know I was supposed to, but here we go. Here's my project. Oh boy. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, that's the best I can do there. The flunking between rounds I could do without, but that's fine. Alright. 0. Oh, God. But, well, actually, that's not that bad either. It's not very good, though. Oh, okay, we don't use the 0. We do that, and that's better. Okay. Problem is, even that is like not great. So I'm wondering if we could do something like that. Then we use the 0. Actually, no, it's too late. Should have swapped that around, though. Because then we could have done something like that. And just push through, give us the ability to beat you, because I would probably do that. Yeah, I think we'll get through that. In secret, you've been working on a social experiment about delayed gratification. You've been sneakily studying the adults, taking notes on their snacking habits and their mood. You found that Seek and Dr. Instance rarely eat sweets, but Utopia and Antecedent do all the time. You correlate this with their attention span when you see them tackle frustrating problems. You know, problems you can control and repeat, like if a child back talks to them. The judges are impressed with your methodology, Instance perhaps a little begrudgingly. They award you first place. Oof, got a 5, got a popular status. Kudos doubled for 3 months. I'm a winner, and everybody wants to be my friend. And we get paid back with the -50 stress there to pay off for it. Mars organizes a water fight that takes over the whole colony, even the adults. Brightens everyone's spirits, even in the thick heat of dust. You end up on top of the western wall with this, launching water-filled poof shrooms down on an unsuspecting enemy in the sports ball court below. The walls seem like a neat place to hang out and relax. Much quieter than the lounge if you're looking for some solitude. Cool. Mid-dust. Anything? I do not see anything. That's 24, 24. I think we need to pick up combat, at least somewhat. Let's do a biology. Start with a fun group project. You'll be studying the mush tree, a prominent natural resource native to Vertumna. In the ideal conditions, it can grow at a speed of over a meter a day and have a diameter of up to 30 centimeters. He stands on his tiptoes and gestures to illustrate. Your team will experiment to find those ideal conditions. You're teamed up with Tang and Tange. I always read it as Tang because it's just that stupid orange powder drink that astronauts heckin' drink. Marketed by apes. Anyways, given a mush tree spore and a bucket to grow it in. The rest is up to you. Tange looks up Surveyor's notes on the holonet. Mush trees are most abundant south of the colony in the stormy, moist regions of the subaqueous swamp. What if we use water instead of soil, like they do with hydroponics? Tange nods. If they like wet weather, that might work. Celeste and I, do you have any suggestions? All of the above. Lower the pH. Put it under a bright glow light. Sing to it daily. Run an electric current through it. Subaqueous swamp. That seems like fun. Or disastrous. So let's just lower the water pH. Every day you rush in the classroom. First there's nothing. But by midweek your little mush tree sprouts up and starts its journey. In the end, yours is the middle of the pack. Sad. Alright, well. One slot will turn cards mental. There we go. Can even do that though. It'd be. Wait, why is that different? Oh, because we toss everything into ones. That makes sense. Wait. There we go. I don't know how to do that. Apparently I could have gotten 18 out of that. Oops. But that's fine. Oh, the depot. Depot's open. Right. Let's go check it out. Let's visit the supply depot. Cake. Animal book. +5 animals, +1 to all flushes, +5 persuasion, +1 bonus to pairs, +5 biology, +1 bonus to straights. How heteronormative. +1 to social. +5 to animals kind of seems interesting. Let's buy it. +1 to all flushes. We have lots of them. Yeah, it's interesting because you keep all of them. Anyways, gear. Keep adding to your deck as you age. Can forget cards by spending time relaxing. You have a limited number of gear slots based on your organization. Oh no, my organization is terrible. Collectibles you find while exploring may be given as gifts to friends or used during challenges for one-use bonuses. Okay, I like that more. Equipped pets. Oh my goodness. Neato. Neat. Oh. Alright. I say we do a combat training today. Yeah. Part of self-defense, training your body so we are ready for any situation. Security Chief has you running laps, jumping through tires, climbing walls, and sprinting back and forth. He has the inverted anti-grav pad that makes your limbs feel super heavy. When you do jumping jacks and then on it and then do them again in normal gravity, it feels like you jump straight back up through the wormhole. It's exhausting, but not that different from sports ball training. I'm getting my butt kicked, which is 5, or I'm working those muscles too, +2 during strength challenges. Let's say it's a breeze. One sec. Bop, bop, bop. There we go. I could have gotten more out of that? That's wild. Not good at thinking, apparently. Early wet. Nothing new here. One seems pretty chill about everything. Nothing new there. An enemy, would you like some wood? Wait, I can train together with you? Telling a violent tale. -2 to neighboring. Oh, I don't know about that. But here's some woods. Yeah. Back to engineering. Wow, that is incredibly simple. I think that's the best I can do, yeah. Mid-wet. What's our combat at? 20. That seems good enough for a scary month upcoming, possibly. Got 60, so we can definitely do both things, though we might stress the heck out during the dark times if we get attacked again. Life sciences. You can tell me what special thing hop eyes do when they see a predator. They hop away very quickly. That's why we call it a hop eye. That's true, but not what I was getting at. Tange stabbards and look upset, like she can't believe she got something wrong. Anyone else? They fly away? That's debatable. That might work, but hop eyes don't have wings. They thump their feet to warn other hop eyes in the area, then they hop away very quickly. You'll never see Tange smirking at you. You both got it wrong, but she still thinks she's better than you. Great! Actually, don't I have enough to get out here? I am tough enough. So you are, Uncle Tonin replies, his voice heavy as he looks at you with pride. You're growing up, aren't you? That wasn't a question. You're growing up, aren't you? He nods and pats you on the shoulder, and you know he's thinking of Tammy. Listen, I can see you're a tough cookie, and I'd love to have you on my surveyor team in the future, but you have to wait a few more years first. Come see me when you're older, okay, kiddo? Dejected, you drag your feet as you walk back through the gates to safety. Psst. Psst. What's this? He's hiding behind some bushes? That's so typical. Puts a finger to his lips and motions for you to follow him. Sure, why not? He leads you silently along the walls of the garrison, then crouches down in the bushes between the field and the security pavilion to fiddle with something. Suddenly, he's gone. What? Check to make sure nobody noticed, then scuttle over to where you last saw him. Behind some pop flower bushes, there's a drainage pipe in the wall big enough to crawl through. Heavy grate to keep animals out, but it's loose. You could slide it aside to get through. You could sneak out. It also won't let you visit the Valley of Vertigo or the Subaqueous Swamps, or the other cool places surveyors get to go. Well, sneak through here to explore just outside the colony walls. This does it. How dangerous could it be? I mean, really. What would that get us? Bravery and perception. What's our bravery at? I kind of need a little more bravery. The sports ball does do that for me. I want to get bravery to 10. That's a break point of sorts. You're running Cal and Nem on the hill beside the garrison at the small construction site. Seem to be throwing logs. There's a bunch of them lying at the bottom of a hill. It's a caber toss, Nem shouts to you, then grunts with the effort of lifting a 6-meter-long mush tree pole. She throws it like a javelin down the hill and sprints after it. My best record, she shouts and ties a piece of caution tape to the end of the pole. Your turn next, pointing to the neatly stacked pile of construction poles beside you, and looks at the nearby construction and probably destined to be a new lookout tower someday. I'm just gonna choose an average one. Slauson Eyes made a fine pole selection and lifted it onto her soldier. Next, he will be approaching the sprinting line, begin his run, tossing the caber before he reaches the throwing line. I drew all blue so far, so that's pretty cool. Oh, that turns him physical, huh? Well, that's fine. Or we do that, and it still turns that blue. That seems good. Do like 0 1 2 or we do something like that instead. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We can put the 5 there and it's, you know, completely fine, but... Pole sails down the hill past all the other poles, coming to rest sticking out of the ground. I beat my best distance. Players can't beat other in Mushwood Toss. They can only beat their own high scores, but you get 2, no, 3 bonus points if it sticks out of the ground like that. Play for the rest of the afternoon, adding rules and variations as you go. You don't stop until the entire stack of poles are in a jumble at the bottom of the hill and decorated festively with caution tape. It's a wonder you got away with this. There's commotion in the square. An expedition's vehicle is driven through the gates and is idling in the middle of the square, an unusual sight. People come down from command to investigate. Utopia gets out of the vehicle and trudges over to Uticott. After a brief conversation, you see Uticott gesture for people to unload the vehicle, clear the area. You stay out of the way to see what they're unloading. It's a Chief Surveyor Tonin? Oh my god. Somebody quickly covers him with a sheet, but not before the image of his torn open body is seared into your memory. Oh my lord. After he died, it was violent and bloody. You feel your stomach cramp with nausea. What happened? Sam's coming to crouch around the corner. Share that Uncle Tonin is dead, and he stares at the sheet-covered body intensely, as if he could see through it. Did they say how? I don't know if they'll actually... Well, did they tell us the truth the last time? Now I'm starting to feel a little suspicious. Nobody will tell the kids what really happened and something eat them and get lost or fall off a cliff. Do they even know? They don't want us to know about the monsters and other worse stuff. They want us to think everything is fine, but it's not. This planet isn't as nice as they say it is. They hate that they can't control us. Oh, this man's gonna kill someone. You and Dis watch the adults carry Uncle Tonin's body away. From the way he was practically vibrating, you can tell Dis wants to ask more questions about what happened. After a few awkward minutes, he sneaks away without saying anything, probably to try to go take a look at the body. At least Tammy isn't around to see this, you think. At least they're together now, wherever people go when they die. Oof. You watch Utopia bend over to get a hug from Unicott, wiping her eyes as she finally cries. Unicott has never been a most comforting presence in your life, but it seems to help. Utopia will be the next chief surveyor, probably. At 24, she'll be the youngest council member. She was only a toddler when the stratosphere left Earth. Apparently her sharp eye and hoverbike flying skills are the best in expeditions. Brutal. Also, it looked like I could talk to her, but apparently not. Anything here? Oh, I know I'll need a break soon. Unfortunately, we're a little short on break time. Because it's glow season. Hi, Mom. Bye, Mom. I think I'll relax in the lounge. You spend several hours a day obsessively checking the local holonet for updates. With so few people in the colony, social media can be very dead. Feels like you're talking to yourself sometimes. I'm trying to start a few conversations, but most people are busy at work or school. I would like to forget the zeros. I've turned into a lot of muscles. It's been a quiet glow, but the grim, surreal darkness of the season reminds you of last year's violence. As the month wears on, you overhear arguments at dinner, adults worrying that an attack is still coming, and others who think the first one was a fluke. Surveyors mention seeing new tracks in the forest, but are shushed so people don't panic. The gates are closed. You drill emergency procedures, filing soundlessly from the classroom to the creche to hide under tables, waiting for the sirens to call the all clear. You drill and prepare and worry, but nothing happens. Then just as glow is starting to wane, the toxic purple spill of the wormhole fading as the suns almost rise past the horizon again, the sirens start. You're reading a hollow novel in bed when you hear them, followed by the stomp of boots down the hallway outside your quarters. Alert flashes on your hollow palm. Shelter in the creche. This is not a drill. Get another message from your dad. Me and Mom are going to stay in the greenhouses. We're safe. Just follow Auntie Anne to the creche and wait for us, okay? Don't worry, we're way more prepared than we were last year. Love you. Stay safe. Please. Oh, God, are you going to kill my parents already? Don't do that to me. Go to the creche. Unchangeable. You know, I'm stubborn. So. Sneak out of the living quarters and head towards the gate. You're immediately spotted by Security Chief Rhett, who stops what he's doing to yell at you and gesture angrily. What the hell are you doing out here? There's no place for kids. Get your ass back inside. I am trying to help. Gosh darn it. Alright. That'd be a 2-2-3, wouldn't it? Get like a 1, 2, 3. That's not bad. Zero. It'd be more of a 1, 1, 1, 1 thing. That was super goal, and it still wasn't good enough for that. I lost 5 kudos. Okay. Well, maybe I should stop doing this because I'm 11 years old. But I felt so heroic last year. Stick around the outside the skirmish of the gate, throwing rocks, yelling at any creature that gets too close. Not sure if I've made a difference. When things have calmed down, you overhear your parents talking. I'm not going to be the first to congratulate Rhett, but all of his defensive improvements were exactly what we needed. Your mom grumbles. Ugh, he's going to be insufferable at the next council meeting. Credit where credit's due, Flulu Bell. Could have been worse. Mom nods and they both sit. Silence. Professor Hal? Who the heck is going to teach classes now? Don't worry about it. Classes will be canceled while they decontaminate engineering. Now my teacher died? It must have been some mistake. He's your teacher. Try to imagine life without Professor Hell. You just can't. Brutal. We get toughness, combat, biology, engineering, reason. Me, tangent, cal, dis, Mars. It's only because we bought stuff. Still, though, jeez, Lou. I guess that's where we'll end it. We lost our professor, and Tammy, and Uncle Tonin. Alright. Well, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I know we got the heroic stuff, but I kind of feel like we gotta work more on our noggin, too. We could just train here and then, for the most part, completely ignore it the rest of the year. I don't know. A problem for tomorrow. But, hey, thanks for watching. If you liked it, leave a follow or just come back, hang out any other time you want. And we'll be back with this for the rest of this week and probably all of next week, too. Even if we finish a run with the deja vu and everything, I think the game has just started, just begun. Also, I mean, we only got 2 years in out of this 10-year journey. I think everyone's going to die. I feel like I've made terrible mistakes, and I don't even know what the mistakes are. But I'm also enjoying it thoroughly. Great rating, so. Thanks a lot for watching, and talk to you again soon. Toodles.